I know it did it one time. It's going to make my mouth muffle, but it is A-okay because I am here. Hot Facts with Robert Reese is here once again. It's not Monday through Friday, but it is Saturday. I want to give a shout out to every single person out there doing their thing. Alaska Gig and Guns. What's up, Cody, my brother? What's up, man? Got some bad news. Got some bad news. My complex, not my complex. I went down to the tow yard. They towed my car, and I have my placard for I live here, and they're trying to charge me $491 to get my car, and I have my placard, and I live here. There's people without placards, and they don't tow their cars, so I am dealing with that today. But today I'm going to be addressing. I got a chance to watch UDM's thing on how he added in. You guys did hear that I say that more and more content creators will go ahead and start voicing themselves about the cherry picking and the top dashing and all of this other stuff there. Okay, so we are going to get into that, but I'm going to put my first banner up here. I want to give out shout out to the Moreno Valley Flower Box. Okay, people, that's the scroll there. This is a very, very, very great company. If you know anyone, what's up, Kevin Hawthorne? What's up, Kevin Hawthorne, all the way from Lakeland, Florida? If you know anyone, if you are in this area, Moreno Valley, Riverside area, you know someone that may need some flowers, you want to go ahead and tell someone that you like them, you love them, you want to say get well, do whatever it is you got to do. Right there is the place, is where you got to go. They have very, 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 very great decor in there. They can personalize any box you want for yourself. Go ahead and head down there to the flower box right there. Okay. The Lakeland Celebrates Volunteer with Special Needs video on YouTube is now over 9,500 views. I want to give a big shout out. I want to give a big shout out to Kevin Hawthorne for there. What's up, the DoorDash Revolution now? Hopefully they are on. I told them that I was going to give them a shout out here. Okay, we have Alicia Vargas. Okay, these are people. She is with the FRS funding, but they are there in the local grocery market, the Cardenas people, which is a known pickup for Instacart and everything else that is gig. They're there with Century 21, her and Rebecca Solis. Go ahead there and check them out. They're in there. They are a brand new spot inside of the Cardenas. They have a Fred Lawyer Insurance for auto. Then they have a jewelry place in there inside the place where you can get your groceries done. And then they added these two in here. They are coming in doing their thing. I went in to buy tater tots for my daughter and ended up doing my whole pitch and my thing. So they said, well, let's see about a demo. They said, let's see about a demo on what you do. So people, I told them what I do and what I charge and all this other stuff and let them know. And they said, well, let's see a demo of what you do. So today is going to be a demo for these two there. They're at the Century 21 inside the Cardenas grocery store that is located off the 60 freeway off Sunnymead Boulevard and Paris Boulevard. You can catch that in the same parking lot where you have the Rio Rancho. If you are a delivery driver, you know that we have El Defactos, we have the Cardenas, we have the Sizzler, the 7-Eleven, and right across the way, there's 4 more food spots with the Starbucks where you pick up from. Head in there if you are trying to go ahead and get your thing. What's up, Navy 380? Happy Saturday to all is what he says. Happy Saturday to all. And I don't have their banner up yet, but soon, hopefully, we have worked out something to where they have a banner up here, people, to where we can send people there. And if you head in there to Century 21 in the Cardenas and mention Hot Facts with Robert Reese, you may be getting help on your home. That's what I am doing out there. They talk about bet on yourself. Let's go ahead and bet on Hot Facts right there. I'm going to go ahead and give a special shout out to my dad's church, Grace Temple. Okay, they got the thing going on Sunday. Go in there, go inside, check it out. Say Hot Facts, and my dad's already going to know what it's all about. And my dad's going to lace you down with the gift of the gab from the man upstairs. What's up, Tony Lopez? Thank you for coming on in, Tony Lopez. Thank you. Today, people, like I said, we're going to get into this. First of all, I'm not even going to waste any time. because we have a lot of people putting out videos. We got Pedro talking about he's figured out the algorithm and no one should do this. And I said all these content creators are going to be coming out doing their thing, right? They are doing it. But let me tell you this, UDM put a video out. And I want you guys to know that UDM, he said, if you are a no tip, no tripper, which is he is not. He is someone off face value and everything else. He put a very good video out. Now, the video that UDM did put out, and he said, which I have no complaints about this. UDM said that, $25 an hour. Hello, moon over Miami. UDM said that $25 an hour, $25 an hour should be what you are making anyway. I have always said that the average driver who goes out there and signs on any app, if they use that one app, should be making at least $25 an hour. Yes, UDM also said that, look, I accepted every order and it still came out to where I was averaging that, accepting all my orders, which makes me say that people, why are you just turning down orders if you know you can make $25? But that's not the point right there. He also said that they are making you make this because of they give you that guarantee that if you work at this time, you will make that. Yes, that's true in certain cases. If you go out there and work and do it, you can make it on that app. They are not talking about multi-apping though. They're talking about specifically on that app. If you go out at these times, you can make that money. Okay. On one app. The one app is saying if you go out at these times, you can make that money. We all know that because if you are accepting your orders, you are going to get them. Duh, that's a no-brainer. No-brainer. But what was failed to be said there is, yes, if you go out there and he said, if I do this many hours, and UDM also verified and clarified that, yes, people, active hours are the only hours that count. Okay, people, I could be sitting right here with my app on and me doing this. And when I decide to, there's an order in, I can go. I'm not working. I'm doing this. Well, this is work, but you know what I mean? I could be doing anything. I could just be at home cooking and doing all this stuff and just turn my app on because I know it's no one's ordering at this time. It's not going to go off. So I'm just going to turn it on just in case. I'm not working then. So don't count the time where you turn on. That's not what it is. It's your active time. If that's the case, most of you W-2 workers, I will tell you this, you will start getting paid once your alarm wakes you up at home. Then you will get paid for brushing your teeth. You will have to get paid for driving to work, sitting in traffic and getting there. You will have to get paid for all of your 15-minute breaks. And some people, you work in a place where your break area is like 5 minutes away. The place is that big. So you really only get like 5 minutes of break because you got to walk back to that place. Okay. You would have to get paid for all of that plus your lunch. No one gets paid that. You don't count that time. So please, people, stop saying that we have to count that time. No. It is not work and you are not doing that. That is why W-2 companies do not include that also. But they give you a grace period just in case you are late. So we count the active time. The active time, UDM said, well, if I do these hours and I'm average, it's going to come out to this. He did his calculation. He rounded it and it came to about the same thing. I did that with Sin City and I said in 30 hours, I should make $1,000. He said 25 hours. It was like $950. So it was just about the same thing. UDM did that. I did that also. Now we broke that down. Here is what people are not saying. If the average driver can make $25 an hour, just the average driver, this is not doing anything. You're walking across the grass. You're not even saying hi to the customer. You're not doing anything. You're not doing anything. You're going to make 20 to 25 bucks an hour by accepting your orders. We get that. But here's what they are not talking about. They're not talking about what you can do for yourself. What you can do for yourself with a customer and you having the proper understanding on how to work a business. Okay. They are not bringing that into a fact that if you are an average driver making $25 an hour, if you bring in your extra service and you cross your T's and dot your I's, how much are you going to make? Pedro says 30 to 35 bucks an hour is what I tell people to make by doing it like that. If you watch my videos, I am consistently showing you guys 30 bucks an hour with me doing it like this. And I'm not out there picking and choosing. So that same 30 to 35 bucks is still there coming from two content creators, right? So now we say, okay, well, what is really the thing here? What is it really? The bottom line is it comes down to this: knowing what you can do for yourself. If I go to a house and we know that bad drivers are making people not tip and do other things like that, why would I continuously go and do that? First of all, I am not going to have that mindset before I start a business. I'm going to come in and capitalize over everybody to make sure that I can succeed. That is what is going to happen. So UDM and everyone else that's not saying this, that someone's personal skill plays a big part when they're dealing with each individual. If you have a skill where you know how to relate and break down and make something pleasant for the consumer, that consumer is genuinely going to go ahead and give you more. That will make that driver that's average to make 20 to 25 go into that 30 to 35 market. Now, let's say this driver is a super vet and he understands each platform that he works on. He understands the customers that he has, the times he is supposed to work. He is now going to learn how to multi-app and cherry pick those and be at a higher rating on all of those. So that driver now is going to go from 35 to 40 to $42 an hour, right? That's what's going to happen. Now, when this driver figures out that, hey, I can do a grocery store app, let's add that in. I can do an Instacart. I can do a Ship. I can do a Walmart Spark. If I take these orders where they give us 7, 8, 9, 10 orders in one, they give us 2 hours, 2.5 hours to get those things done. If I can get that thing done in 1 hour, I'm making all that money in 1 hour, which means I can take on another one, which comes into the skill of each driver. How come these people are not saying that when they are breaking this stuff down about Top Dasher? Top Dasher is not only just what they put you in, it's how you're supposed to think about how you are supposed to make your money for yourself. They give top dashers and people that have other platforms, as far as large orders and all this other stuff, they give them the ability to go ahead and mingle with certain companies and everything else like that to solidify themselves as a money maker for the client that you have, and they want you to go there. So they're saying that you know how to do that well. When someone knows how to do that well, they will make more money than everyone else. These content creators are not talking about that. They want you guys to look at everything just off of face value and say this is that, and there is nothing else. I don't want you to see the in between the lines. They don't want you to see in between the barcodes. This is where HotFacts is much different. I'm telling you that the average driver should make $25 an hour. Put your skill involved and do what you got to do, because this is a personable business. If you are personable and you know how to relate with everyone or a majority of everyone you come across, which is why every house is a case study in its own. Every house is a different situation in its own. You are supposed to take from every situation that you are put in to make sure that when you go to every other place, you know how to compute so fast to make sure it happens. These content creators like UDM and all of that and all the other ones are telling you guys, yes, the obvious $25 an hour is what the average driver should make. People that are sitting at home, yes, you are hearing this. The average driver who don't know nothing, who is a bad employee in a W-2 should make $25 an hour. We're not talking about that. We're talking about how can you make more. We're talking about how can you make more per delivery. That's what we are talking about. And they are trying to take this out of this whole gig thing. It's a gig. Everyone knows that with the gig, you have to get someone to, it doesn't matter what the gig is, music, you can be a club promoter, you can be anything. When it comes to a gig, you have to get someone to like you, to allow you to do your thing. And once they establish that that's a good connection, they start paying you more money on that gig, right? Isn't that what they do on a gig? That's what you are supposed to be doing as an independent business owner, being your own boss here as an independent contractor. Okay. This is what you are supposed to be doing. And by the way, Ricky Knight just gave a chime in. I'm going to switch this banner up right now. I'm going to switch this banner up to Paris Nails. Go ahead to Paris Nails, 24905 Sunny Meat Boulevard, Suite D, Moreno Valley, California, people. My wife goes there and gets her nails done. They do a good job. They know HotFacts. Mention HotFacts in there. They will take care of you. Now, Ricky Knight just came up inside this room. Okay. Sin City Deliveries. And you know what? My man is here because this is Saturday. I'm going to put this here. This is an open link. I need people to speak, and I need people. The open link is there. Hit that button right there. Come on in with your get down, people. He says they are looking at how much dollars you make, not the quality of the orders. That's exactly what I've been saying the whole time. These people do not understand that. And every single time, Sin City, please click that button if you can. These people fail to realize that each and every single person is an individual. Okay. Now, I put up another short where I got another $20 tip last night, right? I got another $20 tip. I got one a couple days before that with a $20 tip. Okay. I've showed you guys $5 tips and other cash tips. Okay. How come whenever Pedro says it doesn't happen that often, and I show you guys that with skill, it can happen more often? I'm trying to show you guys that when you are delivering to a quality customer, and check this out, you are only on the app that they are ordering from. You are the only person they know on that app where they're ordering from. They could have, someone in their house could have got a DoorDash order. Someone else could have ordered Grubhub. Someone else could have ordered something else from some other app. And they all had bad service. But you came in on the one app that they did and shut it down. What? On top of it's a person that you actually go to all the time. You are not the regular on the other apps that they go to because you don't use those apps. I don't use those apps, so I'm not the regular that they get on those. So all I'm doing is outshining other drivers on other apps also, which guarantees more money in my pocket. Okay? Since I stopped watching the crew, my wallet is doing better, and so is my mental health. That is a big one right there. That is a big one. I have an open link for the expert people who say they are supreme content creators to hop up here, because now we have to really talk about this, because we understand that if UDMs did his thing that broke it down, he's taking orders, and we have people trying to get top dashers. Since we have a lot of people taking orders now just go ahead and hop on here. Now we can talk about skill. We can talk about skill on top of who they line you up with. On top of who they line you up with. If they line you up with someone who is matched with you in that skill, you are going to get matched with that pay coming from that person. And if anyone says differently, I suggest you step up in here. We got people that do deliver that, and they say, man, I do deliver that, and I have some people on deliver that. I get these huge contracts on deliver that. I have these huge contracts on deliver that, and I am never going to mess that up. You know why they're not going to mess that up? Because they worked out their business right there for themselves to make sure that they are not going to mess that up. They have used the skill that they have that they really don't know to make sure that they make more money on that app. Okay, let's talk about that skill and the quality of the customer. Let's talk about the quality of the customer now. But before I do that, we're going to go ahead and hop in here to the Furniture Helpers. Looking for the best furniture at the best prices? Head over and mention Hot Facts with Robert Reese, 12235 Heacock Street, Suite A. That's Moreno Valley, California, 92557. Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. through 7 p.m. 951-601-3504. Mention Hot Facts, they will take care of you. Now let's talk about these customers here. Let's talk about what is a quality customer? What is a quality consumer? These people at these corporations, when they run their data and they run these call centers to get people to stay on the phone to answer questions about who they really like to order from and all this stuff. Yes, Sin City. Yes. Bam, Sin City will be here, people. Yes. Let's talk about these quality customers. They are looking at how much a customer spends on their app weekly. You know, whenever you get these online surveys and it says how often do you order online, and it says 3 to 5 times a week, 5 to 7, it'll give a 0 to 3. That's what they're doing. Now they get people to do these surveys, right? And then they do these surveys and they use these. I used to work the survey in, people. They do these surveys, right? Then they put these surveys in to the company. Then they are going to make sure that they do these promotions to get more drivers out there, to have these drivers hit all of these areas. When that customer says that they order 5 to 7 times a week, they are trying to get that customer to order from their platform. Now, when they realize that that customer actually orders 5 to 7 times a week, they look at how much money does that consumer spend on our app. When they figure out how much money that consumer spends on their app, and they figure out that that customer actually rates the drivers and does all this other stuff, that customer normally does what, after the customer service thing, they'll ask you to do a survey. That customer normally does the survey. All the customers that do all of that plus the survey get put inside a separate separate column. Guess who gets those clients out of all the thousands of people that do that? They put all of the drivers, not one, all of the drivers who are qualified to handle those people. All of those people go through those drivers first. Then if those drivers, because they don't want to be at 100%, they want to be at 75% and 80, a lot of those orders get trickled down. Once they get trickled down, they go to the regular people out there. This is what these content creators are not telling you that also. They put that in the bylaws, and that's what the algorithm is. The algorithm separates quality for quality, which is why Uber and Grubhub are the platform that has the customers able to do what they want to do. But Uber is the only one that actually has the customers see what their rating, what their ratings are for how they order. The customers on Uber are trying to get up to. They make it so that you try to get up to platinum and diamond to get the best service. That's what Uber does to the customer. They make that customer spend more money to do that. And on Uber, their ride share also counts with their food ordering. So it goes both ways. So that's exactly what they do. That's what they do. Ricky Knight says, all I'm saying, if no tip, no trip was working for you, try to become a top dasher. It won't hurt. Now, Ricky Knight showed me a video, folks. Ricky Knight showed me and it wasn't a video, it was his email. Bank of America has now teamed up with Grubhub also, where if you have Bank of America, all you have to do is hit enroll. You get the Grubhub, the unlimited, like the Uber Eats unlimited and that Dash Pass. You get that for 1 year. After that 1 year, it is $199. Grubhub right now, people are in a position to try to acquire more people, and we all know that we all know who right now has about 15% of that, and that's why these things are going in. You heard that here from HotFacts. You heard that here from HotFacts. Now, Flex says, does it really work? Does it really work? That's the big Q. Hold on. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? You gotta type that one again, Flex. And this one is Drone Days. What's up, Drone Days? Food delivery scooter entrepreneur delivers on a scooter. I'm trying to get that interview. Since you are on a scooter, you probably have access to Wilser. I'm trying to get Wilser. The other guy, the scooter guy that has all the gas power ones, he told me that doing an interview online is like talking to your mom on the phone. He doesn't. He said something like that, but he goes live every day. So not him. I'm looking for Wilser, and you are the other one because you guys are on scooters. He says, I am not delivering to no tip people. I get that, Drone Days. Drone Days. I get that you are not delivering to no tip people, but you don't know who is actually tipping or not. You are guessing from the jump. That's what I am telling you. You are guessing from the jump. Now, Flex says, the algorithm, does it really work? Big question. Yes. Yes, the algorithm works. And I'll tell you why I do believe that the algorithm works. Okay. Let me go ahead right now when I switch into this next segment. Let me go ahead and do this right now. People, the Hot Facts cook-off. I have me and my wife and I have Alaska Gig and Guns, and we have Ghost 77. If you are someone with a partner, this has nothing to do with the gig world. We're going to set up a competition. I can have 10 screens on here. It's all about communicating and doing something with your spouse or a team or a loved one that you want. We're going to set it on up so we can cook and do our thing and show people what we made. It's not about a taste test. It's all about everybody having fun. That is the Hot Facts Cook-Off. If you are interested, please get in contact with me. People, I will put this up here. If you are interested, please get in contact with me here. Book interview and appointments directly with me, 951-595-8030, thenewU.rr@gmail.com, or head over to Facebook. You can book slots, and I know what it says right there. It says, look at the sign behind me, available on all platforms. Read the sign behind me, people, available on all platforms. I'm going to switch back over to the Fire and get back into this thing here, and I'm going to switch this off. And if you are looking for anything print, anything done, you're looking for someone on Fiverr for advertising and marketing, you're looking for anything to go on shirts, business cards, head over and contact GracieK322@gmail.com. Okay, at gmail.com. That is coming from me to you at HotFacts, and I'm going to put up right now. I'm going to put up my first one from 2 to 3. There we go, right there. He says, I can interview next month. Yes. Now, Flex, let me tell you how I think the algorithm and why I know the algorithm works. Okay, let me switch this banner off. Let me tell you how and why I do believe the algorithm works. Because the algorithm is set to separate. It's set to separate. That's what it's there for. It's going to separate. Now, there's not one driver that's doing it how they want and is benefiting. There's a bunch of drivers on each platform. Okay, you guys know that all of these companies are running the same business model, right? They are running the same business model, okay, because it works. That's how most warehouses and everything work. They are running the same business model. If one company has Top Dasher, that's why they all have a rating list to keep their drivers where they are. That is set there for filtration system. Filtration system. They set it there so that they can filter out the people that order the most on the app and their rating and all that other stuff. They make sure they are throwing that to the people that they are saying that, hey, when you do this, you are going to get those. Once all of those orders are there, it is not a conveyor belt that says, hey, this one's you, this one's you, this one's you. That is not what it is at all, okay? That is not what it is at all. It is never going to be that at all. That's what it is. All of those orders are now put inside a giant thing too now, to where they're sending those randomly to all those drivers that are over there. Now, when these drivers are funneling through them because we have cherry picking and all this other stuff, once they figure that out, some of those orders are going to trickle down. The quality customers is who they send you. People are looking at, well, it doesn't say that much. Well, I'm a human being. Do I order $70 every single time I order? No. Why should I order $70 worth of stuff every single time I order? Does that change what type of customer I am? No, it does not. But check this out. If I am that quality customer, guess what? I know what I normally do, especially when this guy comes. And that's what I do. Public interviews, spotlights on you. What's up? How you doing? Welcome to HotFacts. All right, now I'm trying to figure this out. I will bring you down. Come on up when you're ready. Come on up when you're ready. Now, this is what I'm talking about, Ricky Knight. How do you know who's tipping? They do not answer that at all, okay? Drone Day says if it says $3, they ain't tipping. Okay. How many more videos do I got to show you guys of $3 orders that show me at 20 plus? How many more of those videos do I got to put up? How many more shorts do I got to put up to show you that that's not true? Now, I'm not saying that every single time that's going to happen. Repeat my words. I am saying that it's not going to happen every single time. $20, no. I'll turn that 3 into 7. I'll turn that 3 into 8. I'll turn that 3 into 20. But guess what? If that's a quality customer and their order was not what it's normally like it is, they can order whatever they want. That's still not going to make me not deliver to them, you idiots. Why would I kill that? Why would I kill my money? And I mean idiots to the people that really don't believe that your service and how you are with people helps. There are some people that go to the mechanics and think they're getting discounts because of how they are with the mechanics. There are people that go into stores and say, man, they let me slide with 5, 6, 7 cents from time to time. Man, that and you bank on your relationship that you have with them to tell that story. How come the same relationship that you built when you're not doing work, you guys don't count that into making more money for yourself? I'm trying to figure that out right there. And if there is anyone out there that can break that down, who Pedro says, I'm sure we have intelligent people that can understand what I am saying. If someone is that intelligent, please step on this mic. It is open, the only public forum for all people out there in the gig world or whoever wants to voice themselves. It is open for all of us. It is open. The link is here right now. Once again, people, if you have not done so right now, make sure you give some of these thumbs. Sin City is in the building. My brother from another mother. Let me bring him on up. Bring some of these thumbs in here. Subscribe to get notified. Sin City is here. We are West Coast representatives. For anyone that says, hey, I'm on the West Coast, but I don't know who's out there. If you are in the Vegas area, you are in Nevada, California, you going around traveling, you got to hit that 15. You got to hit that 15. You go ahead and see Sin City. You go ahead, check in with TMB and them money boys. They got major problems and they are solving these things out there. What's up, my brother?
Appreciate it, Robert. Thank you for the introduction there. So I just wanted to chime in with you saying how quantity orders are the quality orders that we get. And I wanted to share 2 screenshots here on the back here and explain me being a non-top dasher in my zone in Las Vegas and a cherry picker in my zone who says, hey, this is the way to do it in Las Vegas. So he's adamant about not being a top dasher right now. And I just want to share my numbers on how much money I made and how much money he made. And our numbers are pretty the same, except the amount of deliveries I do is less. The amount of time I worked is less, and I still made more money than him. And he had to work more hours because he's fishing harder or cherry picking harder for orders, as opposed to having DoorDash cherry pick the orders for you so you don't have to put in the extra effort. So this is his stats right here between August 15 and August 21. And you can see he made $516.13. His active time is 26 hours and 28 minutes. And his dash time, he left it on for about 36 hours, right? For him to say acquire that much money, right? And this is him cherry picking and him believing that he's taking the best orders to maximize his income in his zone because he knows his zone the best. He knows it better than the DoorDash algorithm knows it, right? That's kind of what you're arguing right now, which I am 100% on your side there with. The algorithm is controlling each customer, is categorizing each driver to each customer, and it's like a funnel that it falls through depending on who's online and what customer ordered. It's like DoorDash's algorithm is, I like to call it liquid. It's not a solid from face picture that people like to look at it. It is constantly moving, and the movement is the driver plus the customer. The ultimate goal of DoorDash is to facilitate a perfect transaction. So customer service, it comes back to just customer service. DoorDash is a business. They are making money. So these are my hours, or his hours, if you want to see real quick. 516, 26 hours of active time, 26 and a half, and then 36 here. And then I'm going to change my picture. I think I can just change my picture here. So hopefully this works.
You're all right. Do your thing. Do your thing. The floor is yours, my man. I'm
gonna have to delete here and then add real quick because I can't add.
No, the floor is yours. I go through the same problems, brother.
Cool.
You
We're good. I think we're Gucci. We should be there. Okay, so this is me now. This is August 15th, August 21. Now, I'm not claiming that I'm out there hustling it, trying to make $4,000 a week, or that top dasher, because I'm a top dasher, you're going to make $1 million off the platform. That's not what I'm saying at all. And I hope it wasn't misconstrued. What I'm saying is Top Dasher gives you the quality orders at any given time during any business hours. And that's what you as a Top Dasher are taking advantage of. And if you're a cherry picker and you know your zones and you know your restaurants and you know where to drive and you know the best places to go, then this is a layer that you add to your cherry picking. But what's cool about Top Dasher is you don't cherry pick everything. You get the best offers cherry picked to you, and you utilize your cherry picking skills between $7 orders, $9 orders, whatever orders it is. And you are able to maximize or quickly make a lot more money. So here it is with me, $605, right? You can see my active time. Let me see if we can get, a light on here. I don't know which one I need to put up over here real quick. Hold on. It's kind of shitty. Can you see it there? I can't even tell if you can read those numbers.
You are good. I'm good. I can see it.
See, on my screen, it's super fuzzy, so I can't tell what this number says right here. But can you see it on your screen?
Yeah, I can see.
What does it say on your side?
What's that? Oh, well, on my side, that says
hard to read right now. I'm trying to fix.
Hold up. You're talking about that. It looks like an 18.29.
It is, yeah. It's 18.29.
So okay, I'm good.
Or I think it's 20. I think it's maybe 2016. I don't know. Let me go check my screenshots just on my computer right here real fast. See, it sucks that the quality. I wish I could use like Streamlabs or whatnot because I could fucking put it up in HD.
I just wrote a comment to the comment box. Pedro, hop in. I know you are watching. UDM. I checked out your video. You did not bring in the service aspect on how you can do your thing with these quality customers. I would like to know what you feel about that.
That's 18.29, right? So he put he put 26 hours into it. I put 18 hours into it. So he put 8 more hours of driving into it. He had 36 hours of active time or drive time. I had it on for 34 hours, and that's a lot of the time I'm not even like doing anything. You know, I'm just kind of chilling. And I still he made 516. I made 605. I know I did less deliveries. I only did 48 or 49 deliveries. I can't see that really because there's something scrolling on the screen there. But it just shows here that from the same zone, we're working the same market, and he's utilizing cherry picking skills of non-top dasher, right? Which still works because, you know, that's what we learned first. And if you can get good at it, and of course you can still make money. I'm not saying you can't be a non-top dasher and not go out to your city and make a good amount of money. I did it for 17 months, right? But what I've also noticed now and seen the comparison is I can make that much money, like $80 more than him, drive 8 hours less active time than him, and do less deliveries than him, which freed up time for me. Or if you want to say I made more money, it depends on how you want to skew that. Because for me, I freed up time, and time is more valuable to me than money. I don't care about money. I care about being able to do what I want to do. Right.
Right. Now we have a comment from Vaughn. Vaughn is my man. Vaughn Hobson. He said 32 an hour. He gave you some super applause right there. And then he says the other guy's cherry picking is terrible. Yes, people, because let me tell you why his cherry picking is terrible. He's cherry picking from, first of all, he's just looking at a number, and the number could be not a quality person at all. So even when he is doing his thing, like he may end up saying, well, the order's good, but it just happened to match up that terrible person ordered enough to pay you that, or it was rejected enough to where they bumped up that price, and that's what you got. They weren't giving that to you first come, first serve. If they gave that to you first come, first serve, you would take way more orders and make way more money in a less period of time. That's the whole thing. And you guys got to understand that when you guys are on each one of these apps doing the same exact thing, you're hurting yourselves on all of the apps. I would literally try to regroup yourselves, work one app, put in a constant thing, and let's get this up here, then get this up here. So when you turn on each app, you're guaranteeing more quality to you for your thing there.
I've got a good analogy for that. If you look at any successful athlete, they do one thing on the team. They don't do all of the jobs of everything on the team, and they don't play for multiple sports teams also. They do one. And the same thing with our gig apps right now. We're all being traced by data, and companies are tech companies right now. They're not some little hunky-dory mom and pop brick and mortar shop that opened up and they're selling cookies and they got popular. No, they're using data, and it's a huge data war, and they're selling our data. They're using our data to make better programs because their pockets need to get fatter. And we need to stop being so naive about it and thinking that, oh, poor little me needs to get a profit from this company. The companies owe us nothing. We should be in such gratitude to these people that they were to have an idea that they created and then just to give it to the public for free. It's insane. And then, you know, people over here complaining about it.
Yeah,
I don't get it. It just goes over my head.
Well, they don't even understand, Richard, that if they wanted to, they can put it to a zero base pay because service fees and customer tip, you would still get paid your money. They don't even understand that they don't even have to put a base pay. They don't have to.
True.
The base pay can be at zero.
Your customer service dealing with the people is the best way. you honestly could drop base pay completely and just be on a tipped format. Because if you earned a customer, like Amazon earned a customer or Chipotle earned a customer, they would continuously come back to you. Here's an experience I had at U-Haul. I installed hitches and wiring and boat trailers and a bunch of just crap that I had to deal with at U-Haul, right? But I noticed through the years of doing it that guys would come back to me for wiring jobs on their trailers or their boat or whatnot. And I'd say, hey man, I'm busy, 2.5 hours. You know what, Richard? I'll wait for you. And I always thought it was a weird thing that this human being would come to this big ass business where there's 14 locations wherever they want to go. And I tell them I'm busy, but you can go right down the street and get it done right now because I know they're not busy. And they say, no, I'll wait for you. And then the dude tips me $50 at the end of the job also. And I go, wow, that's customer relations right there. That's exactly what I earned. U-Haul earned that sale because of me, not because of U-Haul existing. They would have gone to any U-Haul location because they kind of are obligated to get their trailer or boat fixed, but they have the choice of what human interaction they want to choose. And the DoorDash algorithm knows that, and they write it in an algorithm. If we can do it as human beings, it can be coded as the same exact type of interactions. And that's where I feel Top Dasher, large order program, and all that is shining. And that's what we should be taking advantage of. And what's awesome is people that are going for it for September are setting themselves up for the win to see that the algorithm is that in all of their zones. It's not my zone specific. It's not my state just because it's random. It's literally nationwide, and it's even in Canada because I'm talking to guys in Canada, and it runs exactly the same way up there also. So it's really awesome to see, and I can't wait for September 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and the fire that's going to happen with everybody that says, oh my God.
Oh my God.
This is, oh my God. It's going to
now
be,
check this out.
You guys are setting me up for the biggest win right now. And my heart and my energy is going out to everybody. I love it. It's so cool.
Hey, it's right there. You know how Goku gets up there and he's just sitting there. He's getting that spirit bomb ready. That spirit bomb is just building for that drop. I am right there with you. I know
it works. I've tested it, and I wouldn't come out with this much passion, and it's just so cool because it's an algorithm, and you can't be wrong. An algorithm is something that is true. It's fact. It's not opinion.
Now, let me tell you this. I got to answer this quick question. Flex had the question. I didn't answer it first. Flex is here. Flex, I didn't answer your question first because KS Sports Live has the same question here. He says customer service has nothing to do with the acceptance rate. Flex said that first. So I will tell you this. Customer service absolutely has nothing to do with the acceptance rate. Customer service has to do with you going up to that home that you accepted. That's the only thing that matters. That's where the acceptance rate in customer service.
If you want a quality delivery, you would go for a customer rating and not for acceptance rate. Technically,
they don't show you a customer rating. Now on Uber,
what I'm trying to say, if a customer wants a quality delivery, they're not going to go for some dickweed that has Top Dasher. They're going to go for somebody that's quality. That's
well, the customer can't pick the driver. The company picks the driver.
That's why it's a sham. And for you, Robert, when you said, remember, like you keep saying, you turning those $3 and $4 orders into like 7 and 9 and 12. You're doing it. You know what I mean? With your fucking speaking skills.
Yeah, but I'm one, which means
another thing. A lot of the drivers don't have that Prop 22. They don't have the time to waste to speak to their customers.
Oh, all right. Let me stop that right there. If you guys watch my videos, look at how quick my interactions are. See if I spend any time.
I'm just saying.
No, but what I'm saying is you cannot use that. You can flex. You cannot use that if my videos show exactly what I do with customers, and I am not up there wasting time. I'm in and out, and you can't bring Prop 22 into anything because without Prop 22, I was doing the exact same thing. You can take Prop 22 away, and I'm good.
Hold up, Robert. So Flex, are you saying the quality that the customer is going to receive is a Dasher that's done a lot of deliveries, right? Is that what you're saying? So
no, by how customer rates that driver. how customer rates the driver after they completed a delivery. It has nothing to do how many deliveries you fucking take. It has nothing to do how many $3 or $4 orders you took to get your top dasher. It has nothing to do with that. And I don't know how you're comparing your how many how many hours you drove, how many miles compared to the other guy. You guys don't drive the same fucking deliveries. You guys, you know what I mean? Like, you guys don't do the same deliveries.
But we're dealing with customers, Flex. When you're dealing with customers and consumers,
everybody gets different deliveries. Everybody gets different orders.
I know, but there is
it's all random. They're not just gonna, again, I keep saying that, they're not just gonna generate a fucking order just specifically for you because you have some fucking top skills,
someone that orders $400 worth of catering, they're just gonna drop it on somebody that's got a 4.2 star, 2 infractions.
They're going to give it to
right?
somebody.
There you go, right there. So
a large order program and available.
Right there, there's an algorithm controlling it right there. No, they're
not. They're going to give it to somebody that's on a large order program and available.
Yeah, but to be on a large order program, you have to prove and quality. You have to prove yourself to be that. You have to prove yourself to be that.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? It's only fucking 200 lifetime deliveries.
Look, all right, now check this out. No, check this out. No, now look, let's say 200. Let me get this.
That's all it is.
Hold on, wait. I gotta push mute. This is the first time I had to take control of my show really quick. First time, and I forgot. See, it went so crazy. I forgot what the hell I was about to say. All right, 200 deliveries. Let's take that 200 deliveries there, Flex. Let's take those. That's all it takes. So they're going to say for 200 deliveries, they'll add you in. There's some people now that are driving with thousands and they are still not in that program. So once you get in there, you have to take advantage of it, right? So now it's not just you. There's a bunch of drivers in that program, right? But now that all those drivers are in that program, they now know which drivers from which ones are even better than the ones there. That's what you got to understand.
You know how many times I've called about the program and I told them, like, yo, you see how many thousands deliveries that I have? Do you see like my ratings? And all it takes is a proper support agent to send you that email. All it is trial and error. You call, you ask for a supervisor. They ask you why, because they don't want to get in trouble because you're calling for a supervisor.
You did it the other way, Flex. You got in the other way, and you're killing.
I didn't get in the other way. What do
you got an email? You got an email that said they were going to put you in, right?
Because, dude, I was doing this shit live when I did that. I called. I had this guy. I had a supervisor on the line. He had chickens and dogs barking in the background. He sent me an email.
And they gave you the access to get on there because you were on there with someone else, right?
What are you talking about?
They gave you the access because you called and did everything, right?
I called and I asked for
let's not debate him having
because I'm qualified for it. I called him. I asked him to check my fucking thing. He said I was qualified. Then he sent me the email.
You're good, dude. You're good. We understand that you got it. You called. We're good with that. Check this out. This is my point that I want to prove. Before that interaction happened with that agent, before you had catering on your account, you were a specific tier of dasher, as in you didn't see certain orders because you were not qualified for a certain program. Let me just get it out. Hold on, real quick. Or unmute him real quick. Unmute him.
Big orders. That's where you guys don't get it.
Say again.
Flex, go again. Flex, go again.
Yeah.
I had you on mute on accident.
I was still receiving those big orders before I even called to, because you had to take the fucking screenshot of the red bag and blah, blah, blah. I was still getting big orders, bro.
It's either they're so limited in your zone or there was not any catering. Because how long ago did you get it, bro? You've been dashing for how long? 40 years?
Listen, they slowly introduced these stupid fucking programs. So I was on a catering order before you went out. So when they introduced that program, I was like, why haven't they sent me this?
So you're grandfathered in. It's different for you than any other dasher right now that's entering the system. If you were grandfathered into
Willie, tell him, bro. Tell him.
Flex, that's why whenever I bring you up, I say no one can mess with Flex. Flex, that's why I put you in on your own island. You're in a super metro. You got the grandfathered in. You got your own thing.
I'm here to disagree with you, motherfucker. That's why I'm here. I'm here to
Yeah, but
fucking
you
say
can't
they're not
disagree
fucking
because your
robots.
market is super. You got sensu beans sitting all around for you. Nobody else has that.
So
What do
imagine
you mean?
imagine him having Top Dasher in his zone. If it's already a great zone, imagine
Listen,
the
okay,
amplitude of
listen.
orders that would come by having.
Imagine me having a top dasher. Look at that, 275. You think that top dasher is how
Let
is
me
it
know
gonna
when I
make
get
it?
my
I'm
5
still
minutes,
gonna get a
Robert.
275. You guys act like you're immune to fucking orders. How you're fucking retarded, literally. If you think you're not gonna see other orders too, it doesn't mean you only get the golden stars.
I get it.
There's not.
But
It doesn't rain
it's
golden
only,
stars
it's
24
only
fucking
giving you
7.
what
All right,
And you guys can get that through your
I'm about to
fucking
push
head.
mute really quick. Mute. I'm about to push mute really quick. Will just hopped on in. Will just hopped on in. I'm gonna tell you this, Flex. Now I have said this. I'm gonna back up Rich on this one here, and I'm gonna back you up here because I understand both sides. I have said that if I went to go work in Long Beach right now, I would not be a diamond driver because I would not have to be because the orders come in like that. But if I was a diamond, like right now, if I go drive there now as a diamond driver, I would stay a diamond driver down there because now it's going to be, I don't have to wait for 11 orders to get that one. They're going to be sending me those more often. So go to these high rises. I would make more as a top that dasher in that area, but you don't need to. But you don't need to because they come in at abundance. So you are different, Flex. No one can argue against you. No one can argue with you. I understand. But let's get Will in here. Will, what you got to say?
I was going to reiterate what I did the other day. One thing that I would just suggest out of anybody on any side of this, why don't you not suggest shit to people and fucking just show people what you do?
That's what I've been doing for months. And
No, you're suggesting shit, bro. Just like Pedro suggests not doing the shit, you're telling people to do it. So instead of being like, yo, here's the proof, and it's the problem that Robert has with the words that Pedro uses sometimes. Maybe it's the wording you should watch,
It's
so
that we should be more sensitive for you.
Why
What it
don't you
is.
do this? Yo, this
We
is
hurt your
proof.
sensitivity is what it is. You can't take facts. You can't watch a video and see somebody prove it wrong because you guys have an opinion. And as soon as we come out with an opinion on our side, we're wrong. We're chastised. We're the clowns. We're the idiots. And you guys are driving on an opposite side of the spectrum right now. We see a totally different side of the story.
I
you
didn't
guys
say
aren't
anything.
allowing it to go out. You guys have been the restriction with decline now. No trip, no tip.
I didn't say, bro. I didn't say anything about that. Okay. If you know anything about me, I actually take on the other people a lot more than a lot of people. So you should probably ask Robert about that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I just said something about both people, and I've said something about them before as well. People that are against this particular view against you, and I think it's not just that particular view about top. Everybody on all the things when they tell people to do it, or hashtag, UDM, everybody, just tell them what you do. You get what I'm saying? That's all. That was my point, man. Yeah. So that was it. Like I'm not here to. Oh shit. Sorry, my car shut off. Yeah, I'm just not here to argue a stance on it. It's just my point is, I don't know. That's how I roll. I just would show people what you do and then let people make their decision from that,
I got a question for you, Will. Now, how many videos do me myself hot facts have to put up with people giving me these fat cash tips before people can say that, hey man, he's not lying about something? How many of those do I gotta put up? Let me ask you that.
Roy asked me the other day the question of about the proving it and shit, and essentially for Flex or Sin City, and I'm going to use them as the two people because they're on the opposite side of this stand. I would need them to have a third party have complete access to the stats of all the. You're doing a fucking.
Hold up, Will, you gotta rewind, Will. You gotta rewind like 15 seconds. You were RoboCop for a minute.
Okay, I say for my proof, as far as it top dasher would work or not work, I would need a third party to have access to the whole database and the whole data records of
They don't want you to say that shit for some reason.
Dude, you're breaking up.
Oh, okay.
Willie,
For
right,
some
breaking
reason,
up.
they don't
I'll
want
dip
you
out.
to say that. Whenever you get to that one part, they shut you up. I don't know what it is.
Try the headphones, Willie. Try the headphones, bro. Put the headphones in. It's every time it's that shit.
I can't. I got to go to work, and I got to take care of going up in some tire shit. I just want to come
Gotcha.
on, like I said, and say that I don't think either side can prove shit, and I think either side should just show what they do. And I think both sides, if it works for them, do it. It's right there. So just put out what you do. You know, don't. Mr. Flex shouldn't tell people to not top dash, and fucking Sin City shouldn't tell people to top dash. That doesn't mean Sin City shouldn't top dash, and that doesn't mean Mr. Flex shouldn't not top dash. All right, I do gotta go. I'll hop back in if I can. Okay.
Yeah, we all
Yeah,
got our
boy.
reasons. We all got our reasons, and I could see the reason for me. It's you know, you would go insane driving a fucking crazy miles trying to get that rating up there just to acquire it. It would be insane in my area. And I wouldn't personally, I'm not going to break something that's not broken for me. I'm not going to go out of the way to some fucking town, try to figure out what town it is to drive around there to take these bullshit offers that would be there for smaller mileage to drive around that town. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want to do it, and I wouldn't suggest anybody to put themselves through that. That's just my
I
thing.
completely agree with that, though, Flex. I agree with you saying that if I was in a market like yours and I can do it like that and I'm perfectly fine, I would be okay with that. But this is where people got to understand you got to capitalize where you are. And if they are not capitalizing where they are not using 1,000% of their full potential. And that's what you got to go for.
And we don't know. I'll say this. I don't know where everybody lives in the United States. So yeah, we don't know where perfectly it's going to match for everybody, but we know the algorithm's the same. So anybody that does take advantage of it should see a result is what it is. And that's our stance kind of coming at it, that you're not just going to make $1 million because you become a top dasher, but you are going to get the quality in that zone to maximize your tips potential. It's like my video yesterday, the one I dropped today. It's like I went to a school and got $30. The next one after that was an $18. The next one after that's like $22. And it's like DoorDash set me up with those ones. Normally as a top dasher, especially in my zone, I wouldn't be able to achieve that, and I know that out of my zone. So anybody that lives in Las Vegas has the opportunity to take advantage of top dasher. And I know in larger cities like mine,
you see what I'm saying? Like, you see those numbers? You see those numbers you just said? Like, technically, if they're sending you offers back to back like that, bro, you would never lose your top dasher status because you would always be on top because they're always sending you
this is like a dinner rush or something. They're pairing those three offers together, and I go say from 4:30 to 5:45, and I do 3 offers and I make $65 in an hour or something. And it's like, holy shit, that was awesome how DoorDash stacked those dinners together. Yes, it's not happening at 2 o'clock.
So you don't work. You only go out like lunchtime or dinner time and whatever.
I'll go out in the morning, anytime between 7 to 9, and work till about 12 to 2. And I try and make $150, $100 during that time. And every day is different, just like your days are different. You're not just fire all the time, and it's not just fire all the time with Top Dasher because it's the orders coming through, just like the orders.
No, I keep my app open for 10, 12, 13 hours per day. I keep my app open, so I filter through my orders. I don't.
So Flex, you should know this then, Flex. Flex, you should know about the early AM, the 6 a.m. people, 7 a.m. people. You should know that you're going to be delivering to office buildings, and some of these but some of these office buildings, they're ordering food for like 4 or 5 people at one time, and you know what I'm saying? You got to get there.
I live by dealerships, and I live by some offices. And yeah, not every time I'm going to a dealership every morning, but at least 3 or 4 times out of the week, I catch one of their breakfast or lunches that's $300 or $400 that I take to them. And it's not cater, it's lop at that point. And I get a $70 tip. And it's like, oh man, that's a nice one. I know that one's delegated to large order or top dasher, and no one else that just enters the system would have seen that offer.
You're not going to see it.
Just
you're
like
not going to see it.
Yeah, they would have never seen, and they won't even know those offers exist. They'll not even know that that dealership orders $400 worth of food every Wednesday at 12 o'clock. They won't know that. I know it. And I'm online hoping that I get that one. But since I'm dashing with other people and I've spread this information, I do have competition in my zone, even with my friends. We
Right.
compete against each other. But it's fun, you know, there's still enough money for everybody. So I don't mind
Right.
the competition. You know, we're all 4 on large orders at the same time. And if we're all 4 on one, well, there's a 5th one in the system that we just can't take care of. And that's when somebody else in the list, you got to think in your area, Flex, if there's a jumbo of those orders in the system, that's why you guys are seeing them as they push down, because they need to fill them. They're not just going to let it just sit there forever. You know, they got to get it delivered to take care of the customer. And this is where a non-top dasher can get a reoccurring customer that pays well because of the 5-star rating. Like how you're saying it, when that customer rates you, you're getting retention is what you're getting from that customer, you know, and you can build customer retention. You've probably have Petco's or PetSmarts or something where you've delivered that person's dog food all the time because it's just always in your route somehow now. And you always get that person's order. I got a girl that orders crickets and I always get her order. I don't know why it always comes to me, but it always comes to me no matter where I'm at in my zone.
Yeah. They match you.
Yeah.
This is my biggest thing with Bud Soda, man. This is my biggest thing with Bud Soda. The other day, he was on that live and he was talking, and he started off by saying what they are trying to make you think is that if you have a higher percentage, 70, 80, 90, 100, he said that's what they want you to think. Why would each app put that into their bylaws if it was not true? And why are not all the drivers driving for these companies not suing them for false advertisement and messing up your pay? I would like to know that.
You can't really tell. You can only tell by experience. So he might have achieved it, or he might have had it, and he was still seeing the same offers, still seeing the same quality.
From the same 2 eyes, right?
What like, how do you tell the quality? Like, does it like when it comes in like, hey, you're getting this because of this? You've
done enough.
The quality is there by the customer.
Since you've dashed in your zone, it's hard to say because you literally will know because you know what type of orders come through your phone. You know the quality of your offers and you know when a good one comes.
I get it.
But when you become top
dasher,
you
can only get what's out there.
Yeah.
You can only get what's out there. And if it's out there, you might get it. If you as a top dasher, you receive that big order, there might be 3 more out there. So are you saying they're gonna wait for you to finish that order to give you another one?
No, you would have had priority.
Driver that's available while
you would have had priority first on them though, and you don't have to wait for it to happen. So check it out. When a top dasher order, or not a top dasher, or catering order or large order goes in, if no catering people or top dashers are online, it'll sit there for 15 minutes before it drops to the next category. They're waiting for someone to sign on.
But there is no proof of that.
There is, because I can sign on and take an order and decline it and I know it's a large order. I know it's $100.
Because they might be maybe there's no other fucking drivers out there.
But well, that goes against what you're saying. If it's random, then they should just toss it to the next person.
They should just toss it. It's gonna come to us.
Why would they wait for me and I can sign out of my dash and sign in and grab it again? You know they're holding it, and that means they're holding it in a certain category. And I know you've probably experienced that too, where you've signed out, you signed in, and you get it back again. You're like, well, that's a shit order, or it could have been a good one. But I'll just say this: you're not throwing good orders away. I toss $30 orders away all the time because I know I'm going to get more. I don't want to go shopping for 42 items right now. But I know as a non-top dasher, if they saw $30 hit their phone, they would stop what they're doing in their day and go make $30, even if it takes them 2 hours to go do it.
I know that's not necessarily true. Yost Malone was one that did that the other day. They gave him a $40 order to complete in an hour and a half, and he turned it down.
Some people have too much pride, you know.
Yeah, he turned it. That's $1.50 a mile.
You talking about DoorDash app?
Yeah, no, he had
they don't give you special time. They just put that time.
No, he was doing an order on Walmart, but he was doing a Walmart Spark order, which was better because when they give you an hour and a half to do that order, you can finish it in like 45 minutes.
Well, you said Walmart, and I stopped listening. So yeah, I
wouldn't have
done it either.
No, Walmart Spark is different. He said he got it done in under an hour. when you get those G&B orders to where they give you multiple drop-offs, they give you like 2 hours to complete them, but you'll finish them in like 1 hour. So you'll really get what it says. Like if they give me a $60 G&B and it says completed in 2 hours, I'll get that thing done in like 1 hour and 20 minutes. So, you know, you can get that done because you're only dropping off one item pretty much per customer. So he turned down $40 for 30 miles. That's $1.50 a mile. And, you know, when he did accept it, he got it done in under an hour. So he really made that $40 an hour. And then he said, well,
I was sitting at Olive Garden at like 1 o'clock the other day, eating with one of the top dashers that I dash with. We both made $160 by like 12 o'clock. And we're like, dude, this is awesome. Let's go to Olive Garden and let's go fucking let's go drink a beer and fucking let's be family, right? Make a joke about it. So we go to Olive Garden and we're sitting there. We got the phones on and we're just watching the orders go back and forth between our phones. But I've done so much shop and delivers that we realize I'm in a different category than him because he has a better acceptance rate than me right now. So he always gets the order first. He has 99 right now, and I have a 98. So sitting next to each other, he gets the offer first. He declines it, comes right to my phone. But shop and delivers, I get those orders before he does because he's done very minimal within the zone. So I believe there's some type of data that's being built between the store and his account right now. And I tell him, take every single one, even if it's a bad one right now, just take it. I know it sucks, but what you're doing is you're building yourself and eventually you're going to be on top of that wheel and you just keep getting them. So the first offer sitting there, I get one for $39.25 and the girl comes up and she's like, oh, welcome. Can I get you to something to drink? And I'm like, yeah, can I get and I'm like, oh shit, $39.75. Maybe I should go do that. She doesn't know what's going on, but you know, I'm like, nah, fuck it. Decline it. Hold on. My phone's ringing. Sorry. So I declined that order. And it's like, it's kind of crazy that normally I wouldn't have ever declined a $40 order, but being with Top Dasher, I feel that I can let that slide because I know so much more in a wave is coming during the busy hours. And then not even 5 or 15 minutes later, a $26.75 one comes through also. And it's like, I declined almost like, you know, $70 worth of grocery delivery.
Well, that's the benefit though, Rich. That's the benefit. They don't understand that. Like, me and my wife both. My wife is better than me right now. She's at 100%. I'm at 99%. So they don't understand that when you are closer to 100%, you really have that percentage to play with for the drop. You really have a full arsenal of percentage that you can play with during that. They don't understand that. If you are barely people in like the 80% range or something, you don't have the full range to then cherry pick the orders. You get closer to that 95 to 100%, you have more percentage to then cherry pick the ones, which is why he said, I kind of felt something, but I didn't feel that bad because I know that I'm going to get more as a top dasher. That 40 was going to go in to something higher because he has that percentage to play with. Let's say he was at 75%. He was taking that.
I was just going to show the phone because I have a non-top dasher phone right here, and I have a my top dasher phone right here. You can even just see the difference in the zones right now. How one of the zones
explain your accounts, non-top dasher and dasher account. I'm gonna put you on solo screen. Explain how you have both of those.
Well, I've got my brother's account, so I see he doesn't use it all because he's got a job and does his stuff. But he made an account at one point, and I'm like, well, I've got a cell phone. Let me throw your account on there because I want to track data. I've done no dashes on this. If you look here, I'll go to the earnings. You can see that I've never ever dashed on this account. One time there, $5 is actually all it is there, right? Just to see if the account worked right when I first got it, and that was way back in May or something like that.
Yep.
Right. So I don't do anything on this account. There's nothing being earned on it. I'm not double tasking myself out there stacking orders and no bullshit like that.
Oh no, I just wanted to ask about that just because you know that you are on HotFacts and most people that come on here do not side on anything I have to say.
Now I can hit dash now because just a second ago it was scheduled, right? So this is a non-top dasher phone. You can tell because I have to schedule right now. Right. Somebody just opened up the schedule all the way to 10 o'clock. So someone just canceled their schedule. So I'm just going to turn it on real quick and just show that with my account, because I have a Top Dasher account on this one. Hold on, I'm just going to sign this one in.
Oh yeah, you got to do that.
You'll see how order priority happens here. I'm signing into my other phone real quick, and we could just talk and carry on as we do this, and we'll just kind of see what possibly maybe happens here.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you for that.
This is the Top Dasher phone, and this is the non-Top Dasher phone. So if it's random, this phone should not ring first, or it's a 50-50 chance, right?
Right,
But,
right, yeah,
here,
right.
I don't know. It's 2:34 right now. I mean, this is the dead time right now. It's not really that popping, So I don't.
Yeah, we're on the same time right now, Rich. It's dead right now. We're on the
Yeah,
same time.
this is the dead time. But if anything does happen, this phone is going to see the order before this phone sees it, because they're going to keep the top dashers busy during slow times, and they're going to prioritize the top dashers account when a large order comes in, or $30 at Burger King comes in. It's going to this phone first. If they say $30 at Burger King, $2.50. Of course, I'm declining that. And then as it makes its way down to the list, and it hits this phone and it says $6.25 Burger King, they thought it was a great order. It wasn't 45 minutes ago when I saw it.
Right.
And it had taken a long time to get through the list before it gets down to whoever, and then that person gets, Burger King that's cold or whatnot.
Right. Oh, and people, let me tell you guys this. I gotta go get my car out the impound later. They towed my car from my apartments with my apartment sticker on my windshield. Dumb tow truck driver. If you guys would like to help HotFacts with helping me get my car out of the impound, I have my Cash App there. You can Cash App me at HotFacts. You guys get all the great news coming in every day from all the other stuff. If any of that stuff has been helpful, can you donate to the because I gotta go get that later on. I just went in there and damn near cussed them out, so I'm not gonna step back up in there so I don't get the police called on me. They already so I'm on live right now while I'm cooling off doing the woosah. So
hey, you
guys want to help a brother out, you can donate to Cash App. The Cash App is HotFacts, $ HotFacts, people. You know what I mean? Go ahead and throw something in there for your brother.
You got that StreamYard link still active for people?
Yep. And I'll throw it again right now.
I'm about to throw it in. I think someone wants to join in.
I got you. Let me throw it up right now. My StreamYard link is active. It's never not active. I call all the content creators to come on here and they refuse to, because they wanna run that game of talking like there is no algorithm that separates, and then they say, yeah, you can't have customer service in a customer service based area, and if you do that, you won't make more. That's just blasphemous right there. How are you going to tell someone that if they have good service on top of what they're doing, they're not going to get paid more? Last time I checked, in America, they say they say quality, okay, over quantity. You want a good roof, man? What materials are they using? You want to put windows on your home? Are they using Anlin windows? Are they using that? Are they using those vinyl windows? Are they using that soundproof vinyl window that costs $1,500 a window, but I can drop it down to $800 to make my sale? Are they using those? You know what I mean? It's quality. It's quality, people, over quantity. That's how you work smarter, not harder. What's up, Cody? What's up? And people, by the way, Cody, before you speak, I want everyone to know that Cody is on an awesome high right now. I didn't check today, but they are on, in just this past week, close to 50,000 views. He's been doing a very great job. He's a lot of traction coming in. Congratulations, Cody, on that.
I guess I lied. The non-top dasher phone got an order first. I lied.
Hey, I want to share something real quick. So I've literally got 2 minutes, but God could strike me flipping dead right now. I swear to God on everything holy. So I just did a Spark delivery. I met the guy that's here is the head of the Walmarts that do everything Spark. Everything Spark. Can you imagine? He lives right here in Alaska. Right here in this flipping gated community, Robert. I swear to God. So we just spent, Autumn and I, she's right here. We literally just spent like 15 minutes talking to this guy. Did we not meet him, Autumn?
It was awesome.
So he's the head of, he oversees Spark, like literally everything. I don't know how else to explain it. So we talked about all the positives, the negatives of it. They're looking to expand and do all this different stuff, expand more stores. They want to take on Instacart. He says they've canned DoorDash for because of their business practices. DoorDash tried to say that it was them severing the relationship with Walmart. No, that's not the way it was. Anyway, so I got the guy's contact. I have his number. I told him that we're in the works of going up to the Fairbanks store, to the northernmost Walmart in the world, to make some content. He was like, "This is absolutely amazing." He's like, "Please, please, please send me the link." So, I mean, the guy was just. I mean, I swear, I wish I could have just gone live with you, but he's like, anytime you guys have issues, whether it's the app or it's the store, we're trying to improve it. I mean, I was absolutely blown away. He oversees the.
Did he give you a phone number, Cody? Did he give you a phone number?
Yes, he did.
Okay,
Yes.
Cody, here's what I'm going to ask from you. I would like to ask from you if you can set up a meeting with me and this gentleman so I can ask some questions about how they would like to have things done by the driver, so we can shut Pedro up to have it done by someone that's ahead. If you can go ahead and try to let him know that I am trying to fix the drivers out here and the situation and trying to explain everything to how it should be done. If I can conduct an interview with him, or just get us in contact with each other by way of you, I would absolutely love that.
Yes, he's like, text me anytime, day or night, any problems, any feedback, anything. We talked about the ratings. I showed him my ratings. His exact reaction was like, holy cow. And I absolutely asked him, I said, do the rate, and now this is Spark only, do the high ratings matter? And he goes, well, absolutely it matters. And he goes, and those who are receiving the higher paying offers, Robert, I swear to God, on everything holy.
That's why I'm saying, Cody. I know he told you the biz. Yes, I know. I know you're right there, Cody. I believe you. I need you to be my helper on this one, so I can get this on Hot Facts. So we can get that on Hot. We get that on Hot Facts right there. That will be another big step, and maybe that will have some other people want to go ahead and you know what I mean, like really pay attention to some things.
This was like, dude, this thing was incredibly mind-blowing. Like, you never know who in the heck you're gonna meet. And I called him, and he was like, he ordered on Spark to test out the service. We followed everything by the T. I mean, like we do anyway, but he was talking about a thing called a nil pick. That's terminology that they use where we were talking about the issue with where, as the driver, I show up on time, I ensure to my best of ability that everything is there. I call the customer per the instructions, where do you want the things left? But then what happens is the picker goes and leaves something out. And they said terminology, they call that a nil pick. And he says that is the single most thing that just pisses me off, because then the drivers go and get a poor rating as a result. And he says, we are addressing that. He asked me to text him all this information. I mean, dude, I'm flipping blown away. This guy is here in Alaska, Robert. People are always in California and New York. No, this guy is literally at the end of this damn road off the Kinnick Arm along the bay, like out here, man. I mean, Autumn was there for it. This was exciting as hell. So,
you guys met the head. That is hilarious. Yes. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. In Alaska. Woo, people.
Like, holy hell, man. Like, people live in, much more friendly and weather climates, and oh man, the head honcho guy, he's based as hell, man. He's out there driving a Ford truck. What was he wearing? A Bass Pro or some Cabela's shirt.
Got a black German or a black lab.
Yeah, he got himself a black bird dog, So I'm like, hell yeah, man. So all right, oh man, I'm glad you're on here. This is awesome.
Well, no, that is awesome right there, because anytime you can get any information from someone that works at a place, it verifies the algorithm that we speak about. You know what I mean? And if, we hear a lot of people and they take a lot of words from other drivers. The minute you bring in someone that works for a company or other things like that, they tend to ignore that and it flies over their head. So all of this does, it just goes in and it backs up the more data for the quality of the person. Your ratings matter, people. It doesn't. I'll just ask this question for anyone out there. You are a business owner, right? And you say that for my business, I want to know which people that come in here are my quality customers. Now, are you as a business owner going to say, hey, I want these quality customers to just get paired with everybody else that doesn't do it right? You will not do that at all. So what makes you think that these places are not doing that for the consumers, which is the American people that drive everything?
I would say certain parts of the ratings matter, not all.
Explain that.
We were talking about the top dasher thing. In my opinion, top dasher does not matter, because you still receive orders, and you will receive big orders, and you will receive garbage orders. Same thing as you being a top dasher, you will receive good orders, garbage orders, and really good orders. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, ratings matter. Obviously.
What ratings? What ratings would you say?
You wouldn't be on the platform.
Well, this is open to the panel here. What ratings to the panel? This is open to everyone. What ratings matter the most?
I think that's the point, though, that I was highlighting earlier about the small section. So even if Flex got everybody in his state,
Will doing that thing again. Will.
Okay, I'm sorry. Either way, if they both got each of their states, it would still be a very small portion, in my opinion. You would need access to the whole algorithm. You would need to have access to something like Cody does that would give you the information on Spark. Until then, I think it's exactly what you are asking, Robert, which is it's everyone's opinion as to what most algorithm really think. I do.
Will, I gotta push mute because I can't hear nothing you're saying. I can't hear nothing you just said.
Hey, I'd like to go over this with acceptance, like if acceptance really matters, because this is an email that this guy just got in Canada for introducing him into the high pay orders, right? So this is verbatim from them from an email sent directly to their Canadian-based people, but it's the same in Canada and US. If you go to their website, they say it's both for Canada and US. Their terms are the same. So DoorDash is introducing a new pilot program for Canadian Dashers, which means that if your customer rating is at least 5.0 and you keep your acceptance rate at or above 50%, you have a better chance of seeing high paying orders. Now, we already know this is the high pay order system here in, North America, right? It's lower, right? They have this out in, say, like More Finances area, right? He sees them out there. We've seen it out in like Virginia Beach and other areas. I don't know where else it's at because it's not in my zone. I've never seen these type of orders, but they're literally telling you how the algorithm is classifying you in this area. And this is all of Canada right now. So why would it not be the same for America? It is the same for America because this is what we experienced by becoming a top dasher and kind of like reverse engineering statistics and realizing as we got these new accolades of achievements or of accolades of acceptance rates that we started seeing different order types. And watch verbatim in here. So if you keep your acceptance rate at or above 50%, you will have a better chance of seeing high-paying orders that pay at least $1.50 per kilometer. If you keep it at or above 70%, you will see even more high-paying orders, as in the system knows what your difference is between 50 and 70.
Only if they're there.
Huh?
I would say only if they're there. Only if people order and you know what I mean? Like somebody has to order and tip that much, for you to see that. That's
Yeah,
the
for you to be
how
in
good
that
is,
category.
you got to be in a like somewhat really good market to be seeing those things like every,
Well, no,
every.
here's what high pay orders are. We already know from their website that $0 to 29 is the typical order volume, and then $30 to $75 is what the top dashers had access to. It's on their website. I don't want to research it right now, but we could pull up those slides also and show that you had priority access to $30 and above is what it says. But the above is kind of elusive. They don't say what it is. Once you get the catering, you realize that above means only from $30 to about 75, and then
Now,
anything above 75 to past 100 is generally the catering orders that you see, or the large order program. You would never saw a catering order or a large order if you never applied for that program. So you would have never saw a $200 or $300 order.
remember
I
how
have
you,
one question.
remember
I
how
have
you
one
were saying,
question.
hold on.
Flex.
Remember how you were saying like you guys would reach the top dasher and then you guys decline the shit out of it, for towards the end of the month, whatever it is.
Yeah.
When does that stop? Like, when do they stop sending you those good offers? Like, the day you reach the top dasher, you're qualifying. That what you could just drain your shit all the way down to zero and still be on the top dasher.
Yeah, you'll still get all of the rewards of what top dasher category is, because they take a screenshot on the end of the month, the 31st or the 30th or 29th, whatever days in the month. At 11:59 p.m., they check your stats, and that's the stats that they use. Our stats are actually static, as opposed to DoorDash being fluid as the customer base orders and we accept offers. That's kind of a fluid thing. But they take a screenshot for us to qualify into the system. And as top dashers, we can go into an account. There's another screen for us to go into. I'll pull it up real quick and show you here. So on my account, I can go to my account details and says, you're a top dasher for this month. And it pulls up this rewards thing. But the main thing that it shows what the customer ratings were. So I had a 4.9 is what they rate me at. I had a 95% completion rate. I did 231 deliveries in that month. And I had 98% acceptance rate, right? So this now qualifies me for everything through August. This is that's the statistic, the algorithm that we say is checking when an order comes through the system. That's what Robert's referring to the whole time when building your account up or having a higher acceptance rate, or just having a higher acceptance rate. We believe that the algorithm is checking that number and then applying that to the orders. And just in this Canadian review of them saying, hey, if you want to test our new pilot program to earn more money, if you are at a 50%, you'll see a higher chance of orders that pay higher. But if you get a 70, you'll see an even higher chance of even better orders, so.
I got a question for the panel right here. Question for each person on the panel. You must answer this question right here. We see that they put these things in writing. What makes the things in writing not believable? Open up to the floor. Whoever wants to go first.
The top dasher thing's been out for a long time. It hasn't always worked.
I feel that's fair sentiment easily, because yes, I feel the same way also when it first came out. But I also think we didn't have enough maybe information when we tried it, or what we were looking for. We have a lot more data now. It feels like that we can, like, we're kind of narrowing in, right? We're getting more precise at this thing. We're kind of like, we're like warriors with pickaxes, and we're coming at DoorDash, and we're all coming at it together. All of our plan is the same. Get as much money as we can, as easy as we can, as quick as we can. And to be able to take advantage of the best orders coming through the system, that's kind of like the
Flex, you gotta hold on. Everybody's got to answer it first.
And just by having a 1% advantage over the system of orders coming through the system, everybody should take advantage of that. And it's not very hard to take advantage of it and get the perks of it. And we have seen it working, and hopefully more people can see it.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna send this one to Willie the Boots. What do you say to that? What do you say to that question there? Why are people not believing what they are putting in writing?
Because we all see every day when we use the app that DoorDash is in flux and changes shit on a whim. So they will change shit on a whim. And as far as another reason why to not believe, I'll go to at least the 2 to 3 times they've been caught stealing tips. And that has, I'm not going to bring it to that subject, but it has to do with the honesty. because you're asking the question, why do people not believe? And I don't necessarily say it's not believe, but they're in flux so much. I mean, look at the pre-scheduled drive program. Goodbye. It's gone. You know, whim, they will change. So for me, I'm not going to say I don't believe what they have down in writing. I'm just going to say that, you know, it changes from day to day. So that's why I'm not 100%. I just say so. That's why even though that they'll be putting shit in writing, you know, I think it could change tomorrow. And as far as they could be just flat out lying. That's why I brought up the tip stealing, not so that we would go down that subject path.
Okay, fair. Yeah, fair point. Fair point. DoorDash Revolution, you just hopped in. If you were there, chime in on this. Why do you think that people, from your opinion, why is it that people don't believe what's in writing?
You was breaking up. Would you say that one more time?
Oh, okay. So the question is, Rev, is
Can you hear me?
why is it? Yeah, Rev. Why is it that so many people don't believe what's in writing from the gig apps when it comes to your orders and what you are going to receive?
I wouldn't believe it either if I don't read it. That's the problem. We're not reading what's going on. I advise everyone to take time and read what's going on due to the changes that take place. Now, I did a thorough research this year, but that's the reason why a lot of people don't want to believe what's in black and white. I don't know why you don't want to believe what's in black and white, because when you buy your vehicle, you got to sign some papers. And if you don't read it, it's on you. If you happen to run upon some difficulties or problems, and if you didn't read it, and then you feel like you got scammed because you didn't take the time to read it, it's imperative you're dealing with any type of contract, any type of documents, to read it. That's where we're making our mistake at. I got on here with my video, told everybody about the DoorDash engineering website. Didn't nobody check it out. That's why we got the arguments that we got now. They let you know that it's changing. They let you know that it's beginning to change in the favor of top dashers. I'm a cherry picker. I started out with the ratings: customer rate, on-time rate, completion rate. And it worked. And it still works. But if it changes in markets to where it gets real tight, or you have stiffer competition, why not add that extra element in? So we need to read what's in black and white, ladies and gentlemen. We bring into the platform what's in black and white. If you don't want to look at it, then you don't need to knock anything, because see, you have the lack of knowledge, because you choose not to find the knowledge out for yourself. That's on you. Why would you sign a contract and then don't want to know what's going on about the contract? I'm finished with that for right now.
Got you there. Cody, the question is on you. Go ahead.
I think part of it goes to what Will was saying, that they have an honesty problem, they have an ethics issue. So then I think a lot of drivers, rightfully so, do not trust them. But I also think with some of the drivers, some of it falls to complacency. Some of them just don't care. They don't read the terms of service. It's just get on the app and start slinging stuff. I think it's kind of a multitude of things coming from a bunch of different angles, and so sometimes I just think it's hard to discern kind of what is what. But and DoorDash is just inconsistent, you know, in how they with their deactivation policies or contract violations. So I just think it's a lot of things.
All right. Now, next question here for the panel here. Um, should drivers really try to acquire the customers as their return customers? Should you be trying to have, if you go out there and you say this order is good, when you get that order and it's a good order, should that driver be trying to make that person fall into their fix? How should a driver, I'm trying to get out there from us random drivers. The main thing is making more. Okay. We all know that these things in the bylaws can help you make more. Next question is, if we are going to these different homes, each person's an individual, should each driver really look into the service part and acquiring these customers as B-backs? Go ahead, it's open.
Well, this job is completely service based. So when I first started doing it, coming out of what I used to do before to doing this, it was kind of an interesting learning curve for me on a personal level. But I think it doesn't matter. You just every customer you go to, even if it's a no tip customer or a tipping customer, just treat them with respect. And maybe if they're a no tip, give them the best service you can to hopefully flip them to become a tipper. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of
should the driver not think about service. I'll flip it up. I'll unflip it up. You guys are still going to answer the same question, but I'll flip it up. Should the driver be thinking about service at all when he's taking an order? He just answered that one. Let's go ahead and let's move this one to DoorDash Revolution. Go ahead.
Yes, customer service is very imperative. Now, I seen in the comments, I don't know who said it, that customer service isn't acceptance rate. Okay.
That was me.
That is true on one aspect, but
that's correct.
Customer service plays a role in everything. Just a simple thing is saying, have a good day, or you are a 5-star customer. I appreciate your business. Thanks for the tip. What that does is that instills in the mind of the customer to rate you when they may forget. Why? Because if they rate you later, they may mix you up with a bad dasher, a bad delivery driver, and you get the hit. And I thank Ghost 77 for bringing that to my attention. And we've been using that technique, and it helped improve our customer ratings. Now, that's what we got to consider. When you have repeated clients, you got to give them that best service. You got to give all customers your best service, whether they tip or don't tip. We all done had offers that we accept, and they were blindfold offers, and we didn't know that, and then we couldn't decline them. You go ahead and you finish that order out. It was an add-on, but would you treat them with less customer service than you would one that that tip? That's the question. We killing our market, ladies and gentlemen, and then I'm finna finish this right here, especially in this market here, with sloppy delivery drivers having these same kind of mindsets. People that was tipping here beginning to stop tipping. The large orders, I'm gonna let everyone know now. If you don't treat them with VIP service, that's how you earn your tip. This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna stop seeing those higher paying large orders. That's the reason why customer service is important. That's the reason why we need to educate everyone on it. That's the reason why we need to be all together on one page on this, because the customers do pay our means of income, whether you want to treat them with respect or not. I think that mindset needs to change, and we need to try to make sure that we can keep it to a tipping culture especially for the ones that's giving us these tips. Let's not kill the market, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the best way I can answer that question.
All right. Will the Boots, it's on you.
I'm done.
Repeat that one for me.
Okay, so it was should drivers be thinking about service, and should they, let's say, when there's a good order that they are getting from this home, should they be trying to acquire that customer as a repeat?
Yeah, I'm gonna take this one. And yes on both. I mean, I can elaborate, I guess.
Yeah. No,
yes
go
on
ahead.
yes on both. Everybody has their own level of customer service, but I can guarantee probably everybody. Actually, let me go with this. I don't know Ghost. I know Revolution. I know Flex. I know of Sin City, and I know HotFacts. And I'm pretty sure all of us are like 4.95 or higher. So I mean, I'm not going to elaborate more. We have a certain amount of being a human being in customer service. So that's that's something just successful drivers have. As far as the level you want to take it to, that's on you. That's on you. You do you, boo. Okay. And then what was the other question? That was of customer service.
Yeah, reoccurring customer. Let's say they get a banger going to their house. Yeah,
reoccurring, and I don't mean to try to slide off the subject at all, but that actually would be what I would think would be one of the highest factors, as far as again, like I said, and mine's a theory, so it's a theory, but one of my factors I think at the highest for the algorithm is orders over 100, so essentially catering orders. If the customer you deliver it and they rate you 5 stars, I think the algorithm gives 0 fucks if you deliver an order of Taco Bell for $4 and the customer gives you 5 stars. But I think Tony's algorithm fucking definitely keeps track of if you get 5 stars and you deliver a catering order. So that's more of a direct answer as to getting the repeat customers. And as far as I'll make a quick comment on the poaching part too. If somebody inquires to me about something, I will gladly tell them if I can offer that service outside of an app, I will gladly tell them I can do that. Now, will I attempt that? Like trying to get people? Like, no, I don't do the little fucking cards and shit or nothing like that. You ain't getting a fucking mint from me. You know, you're just going to get fucking your food promptly and however it needs to be brought to you. But yeah, I definitely think I think that's a massive factor. And I think that's a massive factor for me is my ratings from repeat large customers. I mean, let's call them what they are. They're whales, gentlemen. Let's use the poker term that they are. We have whales that are in our areas. And we lock those whales down. And we all have different ways to lock the whales down. And we all think our ways are the best. So I say, with Revolution's idea in mind, sweet. Let's just keep showing everybody what each one of us do, which each one of us does. Let each person come on the panels, say their things, and then let the people do what they need to do, which is be smart people and figure out for themselves, which is the way for them to do it.
Before I went inside.
Go ahead,
So
Flex.
all my customers get the same fucking treatment: phone call, knock on the door. That's how you get your food at the end when I deliver. And reoccurring customers is all random. They don't get to choose whether they get what driver. They place an order, and if you're available, you're gonna get it. Otherwise, there's no thing. Just like me with the big Gabby order, always like $300-$400 worth of food. Sometimes Jay gets it, sometimes I get it, sometimes somebody else gets it. So there is no way of saying who's gonna get it. So it's all randomized.
What do you say, Flex, about, like, let's say when I go out and deliver at night, pics of a visionary, go ahead and check it out. I get the same customers 4 or 5
Yeah,
times a week.
dude, because you just happen to be delivering at that time when that
But
dumbass
they're
order.
separate, but at separate times though is what I mean. I'll deliver to the house in the morning time. I'll deliver at night. I'm delivering to the same customer.
Maybe you're the favorite person that the algorithm chose to fucking take.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Okay, so
saying.
what about the days that you don't get it? How do you know like he only orders on the days that you get it?
I don't know I don't know if they order the days that
That's what
I'm
I'm
not
saying.
on,
That's what
but
I'm
I
saying.
have a repeat customer. Like me being a personal trainer, right? I have people that I would have on a program for 3 times a week, some 4, sometimes 2. If some people I knew that they were like they could not do certain things, they would train once a week with me, and then I'll have them go do silver sneakers and something else. You know what I mean? But they are coming to see me for every time when it's time for them to come and see me. That's
But
why
I
I'm
don't know.
saying the
Nobody
reoccurring.
has that proof to where like it shows like, hey, check marked. He was cool. He was check marked because he gave the rating and blah blah blah. So he's gonna receive that order because he received fucking 10 5 stars from this person. So he's gonna get it over 4 stars from this person. There is no proof of that. There's literally no proof of that.
But there is a proof of matching.
Okay, it's just
Well,
There's
if you
proof
think
of
there's no
matching. The
proof,
dollar
you
with the
happen to
go.
if
get
you
it.
think there's no
Go
proof,
ahead, Rich.
Maybe you were a certain distance from the restaurant to you have to drive to while it's cooking. Like there's plenty of times my buddy's sitting right next to the restaurant. I'm 5 miles away. They're sending it to me because by the time I get there, it's I'm still gonna wait like 5 minutes or so for it to be finished cooking. So maybe that's the point. Maybe that's
I've
one of the reasons as
experienced.
well. So what I mean, like there's no way of telling. They're not giving you specifics exactly how it's being done.
Bro,
They're not
but
recording anything.
that's my point is you can't prove
Talking
that
about that.
shit's fucking random either because you don't have the fucking resources either.
Yeah. So here,
All
You're
right, go ahead,
my
Richard.
guy.
I
You're
don't.
my guy.
I'm just saying I think it's random.
Exactly. That's
so
cool. That's my point. It's your
there's
opinion. Get it
I
out
feel
there.
there's
Say it.
I feel there's
Let Richard go
seniority
real
is what
quick.
it
Go
is.
ahead,
Yeah.
Rich.
So I feel there's seniority is really what it is. So because you acquire that customer by them giving you a 5-star, and you've been back to that house a few times. So you're like, okay, I've been here. I'm maybe getting matched with this person again. It feels like the algorithm's maybe matching me. So now with 2 people online, like who's going to get it, my friend or the other person? I feel there's seniority at that point because I've been sitting right next to Ron. And he's gone to this one girl's house, Kathy, that he's been 20 times to, and I've only been 7 times to, right? She always drops a $20 or $30 tip on every single meal. We have her saved on Google Maps to know, like, that's a house, right, that we want to go to. So we're sitting right next to each other, and I had better stats than him during this top dasher month. So it was like, I'm going to receive the order before you if we sit next to each other, but if I don't want it, I decline it. But he received her order before me sitting next to each other. And we thought, well, why would the algorithm have changed it right there at that point for us? Because usually I should have received it. If I decline it, then you'll receive it. He declines it, goes to the next person. So it's because I believe he's been there, 20 times. I've been there 7 times. So he's going the 21th time as I sit there and watch him because of that customer retention that we say we're building by getting the 5-star on that person consistently and sending them text messages and making sure that we facilitate the best customer service for that customer. That's my spiel.
Okay, Ghost, go ahead. Drop that thing on him, Ghost.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay.
That was epic. Yeah, that was one of the most epic entrances and shit that I've ever.
Yeah, I was waiting to hear.
Hey,
from
what's
Ghost.
up? Yeah, I'll be back, guys.
Yeah, Ghost look like he want to go hunting right now. He gonna kill a duck right now. He look like he about to go do something.
You just got ghosted, bro.
Yeah, he ghosted me. Here he is. What's up, Ghost?
Welcome to the Ghost Channel. Now, repeat customers, I see what Flex is saying, but I want to say probably about 65% of all of the orders I do are repeat customers for me. And he said that there's no proof. I have been left cards at the door and Rev has seen them, by these customers say, Aaron, thank you for always delivering my food. And like today, I've picked up, there's one person I know, she orders from Lenny's Subs. Her name's Shelly. She orders twice a day. If I'm 2 miles away, if I'm half a mile away, I get those orders. So yes, it is something in the algorithm, and I could have better stats than all the other drivers that are around me at that time. But every time I go, she gives me 5 stars. And I'll go back to saying customer service. Customer service, I treat every customer as if I wanted to be treated. So I'm going, even if I know that this is going to be a no tip and it might be a hellish order to do, I'm still going to call them out and say, hey, thanks for being a 5-star customer. And in lieu of return, putting that in their mindset so that they will give me a good rating.
I'll be back. I'm gonna go shop real quick. If somebody's doubling, somebody's got.
Yeah,
I think that was.
I got to get an order, but I'll elaborate on that here in a minute.
Okay. Yep. Let me unmute DoorDash Revolution real quick. Did it unmute? It'll go ahead and fix. Now, people, the reason why people, I am so pro service, people, is because it is the only thing out there that can guarantee that you will get something more than what you currently have. And whoever does not agree with that, I want them to come out here and say it, because it's not true. We are dealing with business. We are dealing with people. We are dealing with people who want to deal with like-minded in some way, shape, or form. Okay, so that's why I brought the service thing up, because I hear people and certain content creators out there saying, no, service does not matter because they're just ordering. And I would just like to let people know that if you try a little more, you will make a little more. And that's all I gotta say about that. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying you can.
Well, HotFacts.
Yes.
My last 4 orders, I've been doing something different. I've been calling these people in the text, thank you for being a 5-star customer. And I have got the last 4 orders that I've done, I've got above and beyonds from every one of them. And it's customer service. These people want to be treated with respect, even if they don't want to give respect and give you a hard time, and might give you a lower rating. Still treat them with respect. I mean, that's the human in people. I hope all humans have enough decency to treat people with respect. You'll get respect. I mean, that's plain and simple.
Right. What's up, Will? You look like you want to say something.
Well, no, that's what I was saying. Everybody up here is a fucking at least 495. So let's not argue about semantics of what you should or shouldn't do. We all believe in customer service. I have my version. Robert has his version. Everybody has theirs. But we obviously believe in some good semblance of it if we all at least hold like a 495,
Yeah. And
So essentially, if we're discussing like text or calls or this, like that's just semantics. That's right. The small thing, because I may do it differently, but that doesn't mean I'm giving less customer service. I may give more customer service in a different way too. You know what I mean? So.
Well, what do you say to this, Will? When you get people telling people that don't think about service, it doesn't matter at all. You know what I mean? Like, and if any grown man really listens to that,
easy. I got you right here. Don't take that run. Don't accept that run. That's the thing. That's the thing you can do on all these apps. I love that. That is my favorite. Sorry, I got to check something. That is my favorite thing about these apps is that you can accept shit or decline it, because I used to do pizza like Roy and I hated to have to take shit. And, I was like Roy, I wanted to shake fucking 2 liters on no tippers. But that's the beautiful thing about the no app. You don't have to take it. So here's the thing. You don't have to even consider it a no tipper. Say it's somebody that's got a dog and you're scared of dogs. Guess what? You don't have to take that order. You know, so
Right.
that's what I would say to people that talk about customer service, or when you see like the fucking asshat that stomped on the bag, the TikTok guy. I know you saw that, Robert. You stay on the beat of shit, just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you stay on the beat of shit just like I do, as far as the larger audience of DoorDash is concerned. As far as the small little circles, because I know you know of one little circle, but truthfully, there's multiple, Robert. So
Yeah. Multiple.
you don't even want to get into those.
Oh, I found the Instacart. I found the Instacart in the ship group that since I talk about the food apps too, I'm like not welcome over there to the serious shoppers. I have to add in Walmart Spark to see if they'll accept me, man.
Oh yeah, it's goofy as hell, man. Goofy as hell.
So I'm like, man, this stuff is crazy. I'm gonna read this comment right here. Big Jimmy, I'm gonna call you Big Jimmy. It looks like they call you Big Jimmy where you're from. Big Jimmy Denson. That sounds like a can of chili right there. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that. Sounds like a good old can of chili. Jimmy Denson chili, triple thick. Probably bomb. He says, my market in Portland, Oregon, I get large orders daily. Customer rating 4.90. Acceptance rating is at 12. Completion rate is at 85. He says on time 88. I get large orders daily, and I'm a big cherry picker. Now, looking at these numbers, Rich, Rich, how can you break these numbers down? And what do you think? Well, looking at these numbers, you do see he can get better offers, right?
I would say this. Down. I would say if he's not embellishing and exaggerating that he gets them every day, then from that, what I would say is there is no competition in Portland, Oregon right now. And if I go up there with my account, I'm going to dominate that area because my account's going to be on top of everybody right now.
That's what I'm saying. The completion rate at 85 is, I'm looking at 85% completion rate. That's like, ooh wee. If we playing Madden, I can't throw in the red zone.
I think again though that's it's again a small thing. He's throwing in a small pool, a small number. Like
that's what I mean.
Again, so we don't have enough information to the whole database and all the orders. That's why I say that's why I'm just pointing out its opinion. So people can keep saying these things like, hey, my market this, hey, my market that. That's proof. This is proof. Yes, it is, but it's a small sample of it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if people go from non-top dasher to top dasher and then say it's better, is that more of a movement of proof that, hey, we can adjust our earnings, so to speak?
I would need, for like some of the things, and I'll just address one thing for like, okay, I kind of get what you're asking. Like where do I like some of the proof you've provided where I don't see it? Okay. So I'll just say one small thing, just like how you had the phone up earlier with the non-dasher and top dasher. I would like to see someone with, not exactly, because we could never do that, but like how you were talking about your buddy with the shopping orders. I would like to see two accounts that share as much as possible large order program, numbers of lifetime deliveries, ratings, as close as possible. I would like to see those as a top dasher and non-dasher. You see what I'm saying? So that's just one small thing that I would like to see. But I'll tell you this. I have dashed Vegas. I came out and visited Roy when my father passed away. My mom's in Phoenix, Mesa, and then after the funeral, I came back up north, and I did pretty good with my stats. I dashed multiple areas. I think I took a few runs up by the base, but obviously I couldn't get on the base. I dashed down where you and Megan are at a couple times. That's where Roy said to go. But I actually did some of my best doing areas and not like central southwest, so not the real bad South Vegas, and not the real nice houses below that. But I actually did some of the just off the strip / strip stuff. I just made sure I contacted and did probably best there, you know. But not my thing. If I come out for Christmas, I would love to come up and dash with you, man. And I don't mean like dash in a car. Like Roy and I, for one, like when I was out there with Roy, we sat there and turned ours on. And obviously Roy's only got 600 fucking lifetime dashes, and I've got over 9,000. So I got offered everything before him. So, and I'd like to say too, like, I think you'd be down for it because you realize I don't disagree that it doesn't work. And I'm not one of the, I think you've seen from this stream at least, I'm not one of these vehement motherfuckers that's losing my shit one way, one way or the other, though, is what I'm saying, one way or the other. And I think it would be cool to come up and see, you know, like, and if they're not even, we could take those factors in. You know what I mean? Like, say if, I mean, I don't know what lifetime you're at, but like, if mine, we'll see if my lifetime's more, if that factors in more, you know.
No, I get that. I get that all
Like,
the way.
I mean, like, I'm up for everything. And plus, one of my big things.
Same here.
That,
I think that would be dope to go to have people come here. And really, I was actually thinking if I can get my YouTube to have momentum behind it that could be able to go and travel to all different places throughout the United States and go dash with people and
That's
kind
what
of
I've been trying to do, man.
be a different type of content person that bounces around.
I'm a small tuber, so I don't blame you guys for not knowing Robert a little too much. But I had talked about this for a while when I was more trying to grow my channel, because I nuked my channel because I didn't like the whole. And that's something we won't get into. The whole.
Well, wait. Will, before you get into that, let me just address Jimmy Denson.
Okay.
He says, "Why do you insult everyone that you don't know?" Jimmy, I did not throw you an insult, Jimmy. I didn't even know I insulted you. I do apologize, Jimmy. If you've ever heard of Denny Moore beef stew, that's an actual beef stew can that I love to eat. I picked that over anything. Your name is Jenny Denson, almost like Jimmy Dean. So I said that sounds like a good chili right there, triple thick. That was not going off of your weight if you took it there. I was not insulting you. And when I said you look like they call you Big Jimmy, if you were my cousin, I guarantee we would call you Big Jimmy. So there was no disrespect there, and I do apologize if you took it that way. That's definitely not what I was doing, man. I will not call you Big Jimmy. I will call you Jimmy Denson. Go ahead, Will.
It's all good. I understand why you did that. No, but I've been talking about going to Dash people. As a matter of fact, I know at least Robert knows I'm going to Dash Pedro next week.
Mm-hmm.
Next Thursday, yep. I'm going down to St. Louis, a market.
He's paying for your gas, he said, right?
Yeah, yep. Because I made the comment, and it still holds true. And it was more in jest as well. Actually, don't let me say that. I think I can do it, but it's not like a angry challenge, and it's not a challenge. It's just this. I think I can come out dash you in your market. I think the resources that I've got, just like Sin City does, the Top Dasher, the large order program, the getting ratings. I think that, and I've dashed enough in different states and different markets, that I think my skill set can translate to that market.
So you have all of that?
So I don't have Top Dash.
Okay.
I have all the other. I have large order.
Yeah.
I have 9,000 lifetime. Currently, I think at 9. I think I lied. Here we go, gentlemen. I'm admitting I lied. I think I'm at 9.94 instead of 9.95 on my ratings. But yeah, completion on time is like 93.9 something percent. But yeah, no, I think I can. And plus, this is another big thing that I point out is, especially for the smaller market people, is I think that people are being way too fucking snowflakey about their markets. I think there's two. I think there's a market that can sustain a full-time gig worker, and there's a market that can't sustain a full-time gig worker. Now, that's saying a full-time gig worker can't work part-time in a market that can't sustain it to make money, because I do that. But, well, because I do the roadies. So when I'm going somewhere, sometimes if this roadie is paying me good enough, I get to a town, I know that how much business, well, let me rephrase that. I know the population of the town. I've got an idea of what stores are there because I know what state I'm in. I know how to use fucking Google and find where like the actual food areas are, the restaurants, to see, look at ratings on there. Uh, you can make that money. So I'm essentially going down to St. Louis, and the way I'm talking, yes, like I'm going to beat him, and I'm definitely going to beat him and going to crush him, and I can. But at the same time, I think he and I, like essentially, I think we're going to work 8 hours. I think one of us is going to make like 260, and one of us is going to make like 230. And
But
so I don't think it's.
I'll tell you this, when he was on there before he skirted out real quick, what you said was something that people just, I think they should have rewound what you said in that thing. He said, Pedro, let's be honest, when I go there, I'm going to stay in the greater St. Louis area. Why would I go anywhere else and go try to drive to? No, I'm going to go to where it's cracking in St. Louis, and I'm going to go compete with you where it's cracking at. You know what I mean? And people who were watching that was very important, people. That was very important, because if you don't know where you are, and like he has 9,000 deliveries, he's on large order. If he stays in that larger area there, he has a higher chance of getting things over some of these other drivers there. So that was the best thing to say. He did not say anything against that because it was absolutely correct. I just want to bring that out, people. I watch, people. Remember, I watch everything. Now we got Big Ron in the house. Ron, you mad if I call you Big Ron? You look like DOA from the WWF. Wait. Let me go ahead and unmute him really quick. Go ahead. You mad if I call you Big Ron?
I am Big Ron. I'm the white Rick Ross.
Okay, boy, go ahead. What you got to say?
I was just hopping in. I was actually watching Hannibal's live, waiting to get in on that one, but I was on the wrong one. So I was actually on there with UDM, and he was talking about how he thinks that, I don't know if you guys watched his last video about how he thinks that everybody's going to make the same amount in every market because it's automatically set in the algorithm.
Yeah, I commented on that when I first started this. That pissed me off right there because we all know the average driver should be making $20 to $25 an hour with your eyes closed. We all know that. Yeah. We're talking about the upper echelon on what you could be tapping into. They refuse to talk about that because a lot of these people, they have not even worked themselves up to get there. Now, you said you tried to get on other channels. Let me tell you, the other channels will try to silence you, not here on Hot Facts. Open platform. I got an open link for all to speak. Go ahead with your mouth. Say what you got.
Oh, I'm just here to listen and give my opinion on everything. I know that our average active time is anywhere from $35 to $55 an hour. So I mean he can't say that everybody's going to make the same amount of money. I mean, there's a range, and he's even saying there's a range, but he's saying that it's a small range, and it's just not. I don't think it's true. I think it's true. If you take every single order, then DoorDash will try. I mean, you're going to make around $20 an hour. I mean, it's hard not to. I mean, I know some markets it's shitty, but I know in our market, I mean, you can't make less than 20 if you just take everything.
Right. Now check this out. By taking everything, obviously you're building up your stockpile. Now, if you take everything 1 month, that next month you start off taking those orders, you're going to start seeing some quality come into those things. And that's where a lot of people get it confused. They take like the Bud Soda thing. I'll work to get there and then I'll stop when I get it. I don't want to know what's beyond the point when I get there. You can't think like that. You got to get UDM, there and then you go ahead.
No, UDM doesn't realize he's in that pilot program also. So he got over 50%. And started getting better orders that said, "Oh, the total will be higher," and he's thinking that that's the same thing as Top Dasher, and it's not. I mean, they may roll that out everywhere. They're putting it in more markets, but he's in that program, so he can't compare that to everything else.
Right, and what they're not understanding is large order pizza program and the Top Dasher. You have to look at these as separate apps within
it's
one
like
app.
Yep.
You have to think they are different apps in one app. They invite people in. Some people may not want to do the catering orders. They may want to do the pizza orders. You know what I mean? And then they'll take themselves out of that one, but they're still doing the thing, doing the pizza one, you know? So people got to understand that these are multiple apps designed within one large app. And if they have a driver that can handle all of what their top tier is, that driver is going to be getting that pick there. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
goal is to be able to see.
Richard and I
Now,
say that all the time. That it's
yeah,
definitely, it's like, I mean, it's like you're starting as the dishwasher and you move up to the manager. You know, I mean,
right.
that's, you know, you get promoted as you do more deliveries.
Now, based on your market, you may not need to do one. You may live in an area where pizza is the going thing. Everyone orders pizza, and you realize that this pizza program is killing. Everyone orders pizza here for some reason. You got to understand that's when understanding your market comes into play too. You know, some people don't get that far to the breakdown, and they listen to a lot of people before they even go in there. Now I see DoorDash Revolution nodding that head. What you got to chime in with? Can't hear you, Rev. Can't hear you, Rev.
Turn your hearing aid up, Rev.
Go ahead,
All
Rev.
right, I got it on now. I'm doing a piece of order right now. I know what hours them pieces of orders jump off. You can get paid anywhere between $25 to $35 an hour with them pizza orders. And I have got large catering pizza orders. I show it in my video. Now, those who don't think that rate matter, you're gonna be the ones that's gonna be left behind when the bus keep moving. Now, top dashers, this is what I want to say. Why is everybody getting so angry about that word top dasher? You know, I talked about it in my neighborhood, in my market. I'm not taking all these low ball offers. Hold on, that's not what we're talking about. Because I'm cherry picking my way to top dasher. Yes, I will take some small offers that will lead me to a spot where I make more money. It's all how you work your program and everything. Earlier, I was trying to show you guys about the engineering website. And check out the deep red dispatch system. It's going to explain what's that.
Large order right now. I'll let you know.
Oh, let's go. You do it. You do it all the time. You do it all the time, every day. He do 5 to 7 every day. So we've been testing
no
market
unicorns
out
anymore.
ever since January.
Okay, can I ask all you guys this?
Yep,
Since I heard
that's
the word,
what I also
pop out.
have
Rev, I heard the
experienced.
word pop out in the background. I want to talk about this unicorn thing. Rev, you can go in on this too. The term unicorn. Can the expert panel up here let people know what a unicorn really is? I mean, the real answer what a
I think
unicorn is.
I
Go
think
ahead.
$45, $50.
Go
Unicorn.
ahead.
I only have I have whales. Whales are different than unicorns. Whales are corporations. You expect them to spend a certain amount of money and everything, and they usually tip the percentage. A unicorn would be I have one that I remember off the top of the head in town, and that's a person. They'll order like say $50 in food, but they're going to tip you $70.
Okay.
That's a true unicorn. That's a true
Okay.
unicorn. The other stuff, in my opinion, like we've all done our work. You
We do
know,
all the
since
time.
City's done the top dashing to get the thing, I think I've done the large order and repeated times to get it. We've all done, in my opinion, we've all done our things to do the big orders. And motherfucker, if you're hauling around a $500 order, you're doing some work. You know,
What do you got to say, Sin,
the
about the
unicorns, I
unicorn?
think, are the the actual unicorns. Let's be real. That's a horse. That's a Clydesdale. You're seeing a Clydesdale. It's a big order. You're going to get big money from it, and you're going to do big work for it, right? The unicorn is when somebody just gets a wild hair up their ass and tips you $70 on a $50 order.
Sorry, Flex. I didn't even see you down there, Flex. Sorry.
I say unicorn is a certain dollar amount that people are looking for, and it's hard because it's arbitrary. Because we can get a large order and get a $35 tip, and and that's good because it's like you said, we put in the work for that order, so 35 is kind of what you deserve for that order, as opposed to like how he's saying, yeah, someone that orders $15-$20 worth of food and tips $25 also. It's like you don't get people that normally do that, but you do get people that normally tip 20% on $100, and you get your $20 bill also in your tip. So that makes sense, right? It's like a unicorn has to kind of jump out of the boundaries of what a typical tip is generally at. You know what I mean? In the range of how much they paid. Does that kind of make sense?
Now, can anyone receive a unicorn, or does people that receive unicorns, is it lucky that they receive a unicorn?
Well, hold on. We can say that because I remember when I was a non-top dasher, a $20 order was considered a unicorn in my book during that time because I never saw $20 tips, and I would be non-top dasher.
Somebody's doubling really fucking bad.
And get a $20 tip, and it was like, holy shit, that was awesome. That's a unicorn to me. But now, as top dasher in large order, and I see them all the time, they're just a normal occurrence because I'm taking the large order that facilitates the larger tip. And I see them more commonly.
Okay. Flex. Sorry, I didn't even see. I heard it sound, but I was like, but I forgot. I got to scroll down on this one too. What you got to chime in with, Flex?
YouTube tab open, and that shit's doubling. It's really fucking bad. Who's got an extra YouTube tab open? Somebody has an
Big Ron, is that you?
Yeah, Ron's got it open, I think.
What's up? What?
I think it's you, Ron. Close your other stream. Close your live stream and keep the StreamYard open.
Okay. All right. I'll be back on that. Hold on.
All right, go ahead, Flex.
The 25 an hour, whatever, it all varies where you work, man. Like, for instance, if you drive around where I'm at and you go drive around in Irvington, I guarantee you're not gonna make any money in Irvington because there's no good offers out there. You get what I'm saying? It all varies where you drive around.
Right.
All right, on this large order, I just picked up 16 rolls of sushi. I got to drive 8 miles, but it's going to a neighborhood that they're $1.2 to $1.5 million house.
What's your base pay?
Came in $13.25. I want everybody on the panel to.
It's going to go up.
What their number they think it's going to be.
It's going to go up. If I think it's express delivery too. It normally at 8 miles should show you 12.25 and it's 13.25. So I think they paid express on that because you see an extra $1. And how much food is it worth? What's the dollar amount? Because that's the determining factor on what you're going to get tipped. Generally.
$248.
Have you been there before?
The neighborhood, but not this customer. This is a new customer for me.
From your experience, does that neighborhood tip more than $40?
Usually range between 30 and 50.
There you go. You nailed it. So yeah, I'd say it should be.
This neighborhood is top exec for FedEx.
So what's that?
Well, yeah, he said the homes are 1.5 mil.
So you should get like a $43, $44 tip on that. If they percentaged it. Do you get what I mean?
And even if they didn't percentage it right, it should, even if they didn't percentage it right, $25 is going to be the minimum on that one for me.
What was the subtotal on it?
240.
240? Yeah, so it should get around 28 to $30.
Yeah, around there.
That's that if the customer tips. That's the thing. You could guess
what I said. It depends on how good that neighborhood is, and because you dash out there. Because if you're going to the hood, then I'm going to tell you no. You're only getting $12.25.
But you don't know. You never know because sometimes people tip and tip really fucking well.
Let me drop this one off.
Now you're speaking my language, Flex.
This is where you use your
speaking my language.
I don't think they can hear me. Listen,
wait. Everybody trying to talk now. Wait.
Large orders.
Go ahead, Ghost.
35 orders to an area that's called Richwoods, and that is a non-tipping area code. And I've pulled $25, $35, $45 out of those areas. So it's not about, if it's just a high income area per capita or low income area per capita. Shit, I missed my turn. It all just varies. Like you said, if the customer tips, yeah, you could deliver to a $5 million neighborhood and they're stingy with their money, and that's all you're going to get. But, my experience out here is between 30 and 50.
Yeah, I agree because Adam, one of our other dashers here in Vegas, he took a $100 Roberto's or something like that, and it was $7.50 that it showed him, and it should have been a hidden tip, and he drops it off, and it was $7.50, stayed exactly the same. And it's like that customer tipped $5 because we got $2.50 base pay on $100 worth of food, and he was like, sometimes it like you said, it depends on the customer. That could have easily been a $10, $15, or $20 tip on the food, but they chose to do $5, and that's the chance I guess we take within our market when we're reading our orders.
When that happens, Rich, that's normally when you're bringing food to a house and one person is using the app, and then everyone's not trying to pitch in on the tip, but he says, I'm gonna at least give $5 myself. That's what that is. The one person was like, I'm gonna give $5 because I know I'm a good dude. The rest of the people, you know what I'm saying? That's what that was.
But we know as a driver that's a shit order once you've completed it. It should have been a better offer, at least 13, 14, 15, $20, and then it would have felt worth it to expedite that order to that person's house. 'Cause I feel when we get higher paying orders, we want to secure that customer. So a text message, hey, I'm waiting for your food, or hey, I'm on the way, be right there. You want to communicate it more to try and get that 5-star to get that retention back on that customer. Because, if you're online and they're online at the same time, they decide to order that food, you get that lucky trickle effect. Did you get their order again the next night for dinner? I've delivered to a girl in the morning time and I've delivered to her at nighttime. And it's like, that's a weird one right there. Why did I get her order both times at the random time that everything's happening? And they chose me. Come on, it's like it's weird.
Broski, I've done the same shit, but it wasn't my acceptance rate. No, it doesn't. My acceptance rate always stays below 10.
Well, yeah, but you have customer stars. Like you have retention with customers. You'll go to returning customers regardless if you're not a non-top dasher because you gave them a 5-star.
So what is it? Is it being closer to top dasher, or is it being fucking having good customer?
Well, what it is top dasher gives us the opportunity of the high paying orders. We get to see them first. That's all it is. We just get to see them first. That's
okay. I can agree with you on that one, but they're not gonna keep all the offers that are higher for a certain category just for you guys. They're still gonna let them go.
They will eventually, they will eventually drop them.
They're gonna keep them for 50 minutes. They'll keep them for 50 minutes and they'll release them to the fucking lower fucking totem pole. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't.
Go ahead, Will.
They get it out. It's still got to go.
Hold on. Will was trying to hop in there real quick. He said, "Ooh, go ahead, Will."
And Flex is normally the one that I have to curb back on this, but no, I'll disagree. That's why I want to come dash up there. I think that some of the other factors are more important than the top dasher, and I want to see. I think if I got more runs, I got higher ratings, I got fucking some. I think some of the other categories are more important. So I don't think that you would necessarily see it first. That's what I'm saying.
It'd be really fun to do it as
like I said, if I come up, it'll be for my mom for Christmas, and then I'll make my way back, and I'll come through Vegas because Roy's my boy, and I'm gonna go see Roy.
So my thing is, like, how would you determine if that's a bigger order, if it's a smaller order, if there's a higher order, if there's like how would somebody determine that shit? You get what I'm saying? Like,
we don't determine it. They just send you the quality
dasher in a zone for 17 months, and you feel what it feels like to be a non-top dasher, and then you have a top dasher count the next month.
No, man, I'm talking about like when Willie goes out there and fucking tries it out. Like, how would you determine if you're gonna get a bigger order or you're gonna get a smaller order?
Oh well, us sitting next to each other, we'll see who goes first, and then once I get an order, we'll still be talking to each other, saying Discord, and I'll be on my delivery, and he'll snag me and say, "Hey, which one are you on now?"
When he meets up with Pedro. they're going to be dashing obviously in the same town. They're not going to just like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm in St. Louis and he's in St. Louis. Yeah, let's get the fucking dash.
Yeah, but we're not looking to do that. I'm talking about I would go out and like fucking have lunch at Roberto's. Shout out Roberto's. They were my fattest tip when I was out in Vegas. And we would have our phones next to each other. That's what Roy and I did. We weren't dashing when we did that.
Just sharing,
We were
sharing
just
the info.
yeah, we were just chilling next to each other to see same thing he does, who pops up and what pops up. And now it doesn't prove anything. So shut that fucking shit up. Because I'm not saying that. That's what you keep saying. Well, what does that prove? Well, it's not proof. It's seeing what happens when we do it one time. And that's interesting enough to me.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know?
Now Big Ron is back with a smile. What's that mischievous look for? What you got on your mind? It look like you got something there twinkling in there. What's going on?
No, well, he's saying, I think what he's saying is that, we see the same orders, whether we're right next to each other or not. He could be, like Richard could be 3-4 miles away. I mean, we did this in one of his videos. I was at my house and I got a large order program and I said, okay, you ready for it? And I declined it and threw it right over to him and he got it. I mean, and we were 5 miles apart and both of us 3 miles from the restaurant. So, I mean, that can't be random there.
That's why all this stuff is good, and I'm glad Will is going out there
and it's not the first time we've done
thing
it.
with Pedro. It seems like Will is the only person that Pedro will do anything with as far as physically in person. Or Tanner Markley. You got to be Tanner going ahead doing one of his shows, and but it's good to see that Will was going to be out there doing it. Will, when you get out there, represent all your boys well. Represent your boys well, and make sure you do your thing. Because here's one thing that he will not be able to do is sugarcoat and fake the news that's gonna come from that. You know what I mean? So get out there
Where's this going down in St. Louis?
Is it about passing the orders to each other or about making the money?
Well, if they're, I'm pretty sure they're both grown men. They're gonna take the orders.
The thing is to get rid of the bullshit and get a decent offer to come to your phone, because they're not just gonna send you fucking good offers. You have to go through bullshit to get something good. It's always been like that.
Yeah, it's always been like that. That's why if you take your orders at the acceptance rate, you're taking the BS. You're taking the BS to make sure that you about to get the quality. Exactly. That's how it always works. That's my point. Yes. That proved it there, Flex. But Flex, see, this is the thing, people. Take what Flex is saying. He's taking the important things about certain parts and he's just applying it to his metro market. He don't even have to use anything we got that we're talking about. He can go out there. You heard his phone while he was sitting there. It's got that ringtone. He's sitting there denying orders while he's talking to him.
Yeah, it keeps going off. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no, I could kind of see, I don't know how people are able to take offer after offer. Maybe it's just their market's a little bit better, but I'm flooded with.
Well, that's why I'm going. That's the main reason I'm going to St. Louis is mainly to prove what I stated earlier, which is essentially there's two kinds of markets.
28 items, 1.8 miles.
There's ones that can sustain full-time drivers and ones that can't. And essentially, if people are at the same skill level, I think you're going to be close. That's why I made the comment about that. I thought Pedro and I'd be close.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I'll give him this. I think he's a heavyweight as far as the delivery driver is concerned. So, but if I think I went down there, even if I went down there and wasn't from that area and haven't dashed it, which I haven't, and if there was a new person, like a person like 300 dashes in and didn't have the same work ethic or study ethic, I think I would crush them. Like that number I said against Pedro, like 260 to 230. I think if I went down there and dashed against a person that was even originally started from that area, possibly even lives in that area, but it's like 300 in, and doesn't have the right work ethic as a person, I think I'd come out like 260. They'd come out like maybe 191.
Right. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Pedro's a heavy hitter, but he's only a heavy hitter because, all right, he goes out there and does his thing. He's a heavy hitter because he records just about daily or almost. But as far as doing the work, I think he declines way too many orders to really put him like. I'm just coming from a different angle. I'm a top driver on every platform I am. So if I were to drive down there and get busy down there, I think I'd smoke his ass. Just because I know what I do in my business skills that I have. I just apply them to the thing. You know what I mean? I apply them to the thing. He's a heavyweight. He's got subscribers. He's got people doing that. But I feel his heavyweightness only because he is a spokesperson of no tip, no trip. That's where I think his heavyweightness has to stop. He's not doing nothing like Ghost. Ghost shares his numbers. I know what Ghost does. I think Ghost smacks him up. Flex definitely smacks him up. DoorDash Revolution, right? He's out there smacking them. There's people that smacking the dude up. You know what I mean? It's just your market and how you do it. Sin City's in Vegas smacking him up. He knows what he's doing in Vegas.
I don't even make the most out of the crew. I make actually bare minimum compared to the guys around me.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I hit. But they have their number, and they fucking hit their number. So it's cool because we're utilizing the same program.
What Jake hit this week? $2,000.
Yeah, $2,000, but he's putting in more hours than me. He did that in 57 active hours. $2,000.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
77 dash hours. So you only had it on 77 hours.
Oh, by the way, people, I have not did this in a while. People, if you have not, give these thumbs, like, and subscribe. We are on the road to monetization. I think I got like 100 and it's like 150 hours left. I think that's it. So it's coming up, people. When I start announcing people that my monetization is close, let me tell you what they start doing when I start announcing that my monetization is close. I'm getting the same amount of views, but then the people are watching them for only like 5 minutes now. So the people that were watching them before are trying to slow my monetization down by not watching the video as long as what they were doing. But people, that's not going to stop me. This one is almost a 3-hour one, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be about 25 people concurrently. All that's going to help. We have multiple people in here who are big hitters in the game. Sin City is here. DoorDash Revolution is here. We got Big Will in here. These people appear on different platforms, on different channels daily. So these numbers will be seen, people. That's all I got to say. And I'm so thankful to have the Sin City crew over here, part of the boys over here, because people is like I said, it was like they were a military unit fighting over here, and I was a military unit fighting over here. Now we had our coordinates, and when we start firing, we had to say, "Oh, we're friendly." So now we're on the same screen right now, and now we can focus this energy in the right way. So I'm glad to have these boys on here today. I'm glad to have Flex on here. Every single time he speaks his mind and he gives you a super opinion. Roy's been inside the comment section doing his thing. Just want to make sure I thank all of you guys for being on here today. To make sure I do that.
Hell yeah. I think it's great that everybody is actually coming together. We're seeing actually more of both sides actually communicating than before, where we were just constantly bashing each other across forums and whatnot, and that we can actually be on the same screens and have the conversation, because I think that's what it's going to take. It's going to take 5 hours, 12 hours, 36 hours of conversations between both parties to finally squash what's going on, to analyze what's going on, to get a good side of how both of us see it, because we're all doing the same job and we're all cherry pickers at heart. That's what we're doing out here. but we just want to make sure that everybody has the same amount of information and that we all can utilize it in the most beneficial way for each party, you know. And I think that's what's really cool about what's happening right now is that communication is happening, and before it didn't happen before.
Yeah, there was a big wall up that was stopping that communication, but we are marching right now in a pretty good direction. I'm hoping to get I call them out. I put the people inside. People, you understand. I put people's names on other Instagram. I tag them and all type of stuff. The goal is to get them to sit down. You know, they can't be too stubborn too much longer. They got to understand that you come on HotFacts, you get a chance to speak. And I'm not about to sit up here and just go at your head. The only people that I will go at their head is Hannibal and Bud Soda. And that's pretty Yost Malone. That's outside of those three, I'm not chopping no one's heads off. Okay, so everybody else is safe.
I want to say this. Their opinion is one of the most important opinions that I think we have to start analyzing and talk through, you know, because I feel like that's where we run into the most restriction, right? So I feel like when we do discuss with them that all of us should kind of drop our guard a little bit and not
right
defensive with it and just talk it out, and it'll be awkward at first, but we'll find the common ground, and we all can get along. We all can be friends. We all can make it fun to do this job together, you know, and we don't have to have that stagnant, I don't know, it's just this tension, I guess, you know, that's
man.
You know,
it's tension for sure. People, this is also being streamed on Twitch.
Versus non-top dasher at first.
People, this is being streamed on Twitch. This is a high dudes coming from Copperman Plays. People, this is streaming on Twitch, streaming here on two YouTube channels. It's on HotFacts on Facebook, and it's streaming. I got it streaming somewhere else, but I got it streaming 6 separate places right now. So you guys are being seen. Ghost, you got money in your hand. What's up with that?
All right, the order total was 34, and then that was on the app, and I got $17 cash.
Okay, so how much you got paid? You got 17, and Pedro said you don't get cash tips. You got $17 in cash right there, and how much extra did you get? 17 plus what?
The full order was $34 on my DoorDash app.
That could be Pedro's. That could be Pedro's market, Robert. I mean, both. I mean, as you see, I have opinions. I give them. You hear me? Roy and I yell at each other, but I am very much come from the middle line, and so I got to be truthful. Like your ass showing me you get a bunch of cash tips proves to me that your ass get a bunch of cash tips in your motherfucking area. So what Pedro's showing me, him not getting a bunch of cash tips, fucking is just him not getting a bunch of cash tips. And now, as far as why I believe Pedro or not, without even getting into the personal part, you know, of like believing him as a person, I'm close to his location and I don't get a lot of cash tips. You know what I mean?
See, that's weird. I don't get any cash tips.
When are you going to St. Louis?
I'm in Champaign. I've never hidden the fact about where I'm at. I'm one of the few people that taught people in a small market, which is my market, how to dash in my market.
You said you're going to St. Louis on Thursday, right?
Yeah, all the other dashers in my market seem like they say they always get cash tips, and I never see them on my side. But I also do kind of limited communication between orders unless it's a large order. I just kind of just run and done. You know, I'm in and out.
Yep. Oh, Ghost.
Yeah, I get cash tips all the time. I'm in the same zone.
Yeah, he said Thursday. He said Thursday with the Pedro thing.
Thursday, the Pedro thing. I'm only 3.5 hours from St. Louis. I was born and raised in St. Louis 27 years, so I know that area.
You thinking about getting in that action, huh?
Well, I'm a plane flight away, maybe 3 hours. Also, I'll rent a car. You know, I'm the same boat. You know, it don't matter.
Pedro DoorDash Santiago. We have multiple dudes willing to travel to St. Louis to do this thing with you. If you were a smart businessman and you say, let's talk about bet on you, and we use these gig apps as stepping stones, this is best for the gig economy because you have people willing to travel to your area. You will have 4 people that would make up 100%, 4 quarters right there. And now you can actually see what's really going to be going on. If you would like to do that, Pedro, put your money where your mouth is. We got 2 more people willing
No,
to join.
hey, he did. So y'all need to. Because I was the one that said a long time ago, I'd come to wherever you're at and outdash you. And the specific time when we set this up, I said, you want to fucking pay me? I'll come fucking dash you. I was in the middle of being angry. And Pedro is the only one. He stepped up. Now, give it that he knows it's because he's as close to me as he is, that he could say, I'll pay you. He'll pay me gas money, which is fair, and I'll go do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, some other people, you know, I mean, there you go. So you want me to come? I mean, like I said, I'm going to go dash Sin City when I
Go see
go
your
out for
mom. You go see
Christmas.
your mom. Yeah.
But
When you go
if
see your
anybody
mom.
else wants to pay me, like if they think, you know, like trust me, if I beat Pedro and they think they can beat me in their area, pay me. I'll come dash you. We'll do it. We'll see who's got
Winner
it.
take all. Winner take all. Single dash.
The fuck are you talking about, dude? We're fucking delivery drivers, not millionaires.
It's only one
Don't
dash.
He said, man, I gotta
don't
take my money. I gotta do
yeah.
something. And I
Don't
gotta drive
fucking
back home.
I want a little bit of a competition here, man. Winner takes all.
yeah.
If you're so sure, so am I.
Sounds like it's
Speaking of, hold on.
DoorDash driving.
Speaking of competition, people,
I
I don't
mean,
know if you guys
like
know.
my point. If we were 2 Tonys, that'd be one thing. But why the fuck are you? It's my same reason about people on here doing the gig tube shit. Why do you want to take time away from other drivers to talk about the same shit for 20 fucking minutes and get your watch time in? Why the fuck do you want to take my money away from me, another low level person? That's the mentality, and that's the problem why people are having this issue with top versus other thing. We don't think right. You know, it's not against other dashers. It's against the fucking corporations. It's against the customers. It's against the
I got
merchants.
you there.
You know.
Now speaking about this competition thing, people, I just threw the little thing up there, the Hot Facts Cook-Off. I am involved with my wife. Alaska Gigs and Guns is involved. We got Ghost right there. It said that we cannot leave him out of this. I can have 10 slots open, so we have 7 slots left. We're gonna get into the kitchen. We're gonna make something and show people what we make. It's about just working together and doing something else outside of the gig game. If you are interested in doing that whatsoever, please feel free to contact me here. Put yourself in a slot. We will be doing this, but people, we need to have more participants to make sure that this thing can go. Doesn't matter if you are in a couple, you can be by yourself. We're just trying to, you know, make something, show it, and compete. And that's something good that we can do, you know, bring something in and go from there. So that's the Hot Facts Cook-Off, people. The Hot Facts Cook-Off. Whether anyone gets in or not, outside of the ones I said, we are going to do that. Okay, so you guys do see I put up cooking videos because I cook. Now I'm done with that. Bam. Bam. Well, we got this thing going on, these challenges. We got this. So whenever it's going to happen, you guys go ahead and do your thing. You know what? It's 2:43. We are almost at the 3-hour mark. I do not like dragging my shows on when there's no more content to bring in. So I'm going to do it like this. Each person up here, we're gonna do the final, your final words. I'm gonna start this off with let's start final words off with Big Ron right there. Final words.
My final words are, let's see, I'm just glad for the people that are going to go for Top Dasher and just give it a shot. Because if I didn't just give it a shot, then I would have never got Richard to give it a shot. And then, you know, then where would we be? So I'm just happy to see other people are going to give it a try and make more money.
Yep. Let's take this one to Will. What's up, Will?
Sure, I think we'll bounce on the train on that. I think people definitely need to not get all bent out of shape either way, whether they want to top dash or not top dash. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They need to just come in. I mean, I think me and Sin City had some pretty good conversation in this little forum here. You know,
Yep.
and I mean, dude, like, yeah, it's just man, just don't do it all for the clicks and views. That's all I'm saying. And that's not directed
Amen.
at anybody or everybody.
Amen to
So
that one.
anybody and everybody. I guess that's what I'll say. It's directed at anybody and everybody.
Yes, yes.
Don't just do it for the clicks and views.
What say you, Ghost?
Well, every time I come on this channel, it's always a blast. And don't knock it till you try it. If it don't work for you, find a different way. We're all business partners. We're all businessmen. We'll figure it out as we go. I'm serious about doing the St. Louis thing, and I'm not going to dash in the area that Pedro dashes at in Central West End in the Loop, because that's not the area. That's all his videos are. I was born and raised up there. I know probably almost every street up there and every restaurant. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Sin City, what say you, my friend? Actually, you know what? Rev, are you there? Because I know Sin City might have a Jerry Springer final thought moment there for us. He says no. All right, go ahead, Rich. Go ahead.
Yeah, just thank you is what it is for everybody that's going for it. Like kind of like Ron said, you know, it's awesome to. I'll say it this way: there used to be just one channel of content, and it's cool that we've created two for the audience to watch right now, and it's going to be fun to see how it transpires throughout the months.
Oh yes, Rev, what you got up there, Rev? Is he doing an order? Can Rev hear me?
He probably fell asleep.
Yeah, he probably was doing something, Rev, because you know he sounded like Judge Joe Brown. Impertinence, Madam Sonia. You know, yep, that didn't even get him the budge right there. So
someone in my Discord just said, have you guys ever seen a $28 tip on a $29 order? So this guy, Jake, that made the $2,000 last week, he just got a $28 order, but a $29 tip on it. So this would be, there you go, there's the unicorn. You know, you're getting more than what you would have gotten for that order. Like it's extreme compared to the type of order type and value.
Jake, that's perfect timing.
I'll share that
Jake,
screen real quick. Check it out. Here's my screen, and if you want to throw my screen up there real quick, I'll show you it.
Yep. Where's that? Yeah.
And he's got both receipts to show it. So he picked up a Raising Cane's order, used his red card, $29.72. Is it up there right now? I can't see that.
Yep.
Okay. Boom, $29.72. And he says, you know, anybody ever seen a $29 order and a 20? Oh, sorry, I reversed those numbers. And then here's showed $9.25, and you got $28.50, a $25 tip.
That's just doing it right there, people. And Jake, you came in at the right time for us to see this. All the viewers out there that wanted to see, and if you guys were not paying attention earlier in the stream, Sin City, I put up the screen and he's just scrolling through, showing you guys a bunch of totals and different orders. Make sure you guys go back and find where that is. For everyone out there that tuned in here today, I want to thank you. This is Hot Facts. We do this pretty much daily, people. You get on here, we speak, we collaborate, and then we try to make a difference for everyone else out there, okay? Now, we all know what I do at about this time. Until the next caper. Oh, yes, people. I'm going to give everybody here a round of applause. And with that being said, people, we are out of here like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. Listen to these tunes by Navy 380. Let's get it.